We don't go out, we don't go to restaurants, we don't do anything like that anymore here. We just eat with whiskey and with Lulu, we have a good time, we get entertained. Look at that beautiful smile she has. Huh? Oh yes. Oh yes, little yummies, huh? And we have a good time eating here together. So much more fun than going outside. No more restaurants, okay? No more restaurants, forget all that. Public gatherings, restaurants, and all those gymnasiums out the window. We stay home. Okay, whiskey, huh? You, and I have you in my neck. Mwah. Yeah, whiskey. And you, I have you too. Now I have both of you. Look at this picture here. Yeah. No biting.
We ready to roll?
I'm goddamn born ready.
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Yeah, no shit.
With your host, Lee Rodriguez.
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes.
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman.
But they should be here, I think.
I told you, shouldn't have fucked the fucking squid.
Kelly Harris.
Tell him Kelly eats Band-Aids. If there's any gang you want to be with, it's MDK. It's all about fucking hugs.
And our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
You know what I was thinking, though, is you're a cracker-ass bitch.
This is some unprecedented shit. Like, no one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's gonna be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire. Your dick's so hot.
Like, this could never air today.
It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
What's that in the intro?
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
Jose's like, are we live?
Let's goddamn do it.
I'm waiting on you guys. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's another beautiful day in the world where everything's wonderful and the sun's shining and nothing's on fire and everything's fucking great. Today's Tuesday, March 24th, 2020. So if you've just traded somebody a gallon of water for a device on which to listen to a podcast, you know why. You know where this is from. I'm your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
You gotta stay vigilantly.
I'm so vigilant. Jose Guzman.
Grabbing all my toilet paper, peyote, and I'm going to the desert.
Kelly's here.
Hey guys, I'm 44 now.
And Mahoney.
Kelly, you were always 44.
Oh shit.
Man. So,
Can you
guys
believe
heard
it's
the good
only
news?
been 2 weeks?
No.
about the Lord?
Have we heard about the Lord?
I think he's coming. Just saying.
Oof. Are they going to start telling time by like AC?
They just might.
2021 AC?
Oh, man. Speaking of the Lord, Tito sent me an Instagram thing today. And it was a clip of some dude. They're playing baseballs, and the guy throws the ball, and he hits the ball, and then he obliterates a bird that happened to fly in.
Have you
Half
never
of the
seen
baseball.
that before?
Never
I had
seen
not,
that?
but it was. I'm 34 years old, and that was proof that God is real and He's wonderful.
Yeah, it was recently the anniversary of that Randy Johnson pitch where he obliterates the bird.
That's the clip. That's what.
Oh,
he
it's the
said.
same. Oh, I thought he was saying that
Yeah.
it was a batter. The batter obliterates the bird.
No.
Oh, I thought
the
it
Randy
was. That's
Johnson
even
clip.
crazier if it was
Yeah,
just the guy
no,
throwing
no.
the ball.
Yeah, that's Randy Johnson, Seattle Mariners lefty who could throw like 100 plus
Yeah,
miles
That's
an
fucking
hour.
incredible.
It was.
He was like
It was amazing.
just a stud pitcher, chug this ball. At the same time, the fucking bird flew across. And
So-
kaboom.
So unlucky for that bird. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
precisely the wrong
Dino Legend.
spot. Yeah. Like that bird was up there, and he was like, "Yo, Gary, check this shit out.
I'm gonna go
I'm gonna dive
baseball.
bomb this baseball." It exploded.
Yeah, so it was the anniversary of that pitch recently. So I just went on a tear of
How
watching.
many year?
Oh shit! It was probably 20 years, 25 years.
At least.
But
It's gotta be
I just went on a
closing
tear
in
of
dirty.
watching birds get obliterated videos. So, I went back to the old Fabio getting hit in the face with the goose on the roller coaster.
Friggin' goose.
He got geesed.
Did anybody
Fucking
else
bird.
see the video? I think Kristen sent it to me of the old lady who just stomps over to a goose and picks it up by the neck, which is what I have always fucking said you can do.
And then what
I
happened?
mean, if you stomp over
She-
anything quick enough, you can grab them by the neck.
She grabbed that thing by the neck and she carried it a couple, 5 feet away and she just threw it.
That's
She
the
did
greatest
not.
American.
She did not, as I've described, grab it by the neck and use it to fight off the other geese like some kind of nunchuck. But
Mhm.
she could have. She very well could have.
Fucking birds, you guys. They're the
Geese
worst.
chuck.
More like a mace.
Imagine-
More like a
Imagine
mace
you
than a
try to
nunchuck.
mug somebody and they grab a goose and come at you.
That's like the old trick. If you get into a fight, just strip naked. Nobody wants to fight a naked guy.
Just shit yourself.
Grab a goose.
Strip naked, grab a goose, shit yourself in that order.
Just start,
And then
just start
say-
jacking it.
You want to get nuts?
You'll get these nuts.
Oh my god.
Oh,
So, kids were out of school. Latest was to the end of April. So God only knows when, if they're going back.
they're not
So,
going back.
They ain't
They're
going
not.
They ain't
We're all
going.
teachers now too, on top of everything else.
Yeah,
Like-
that's really cool. My kid's school sent home a full day's schedule from 9 to 3. It's like, okay, when are we supposed to do this?
From 9 till 3.
Yeah, there's nothing else going on 9 till 3. It's fine.
Yeah. What else would you be doing?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Teach my kids.
Yeah.
It's not been that intense, but there's a lot of
Mahoney, you
stuff.
gotta get out of the shower and teach your kids.
But I just want to watch TV.
No. You can do that out of the shower.
I'm trying to catch up on Westworld.
So, man, the first few weeks back to school in the fall, they're going to be real interesting for everybody. Okay, so what do you dipshits actually know about the grade you just finished?
Yeah, no. There's an entire generation of kids who are going to be like, oh, yeah, no, I only did half of that grade.
Yep.
Like, every one of them has a different grade that they only did half of.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it because we do have educators in our circles, but man, we're just putting more dumbass kids out into the society.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. Most of them are dumb anyway.
Yeah, but
Have
more,
you seen TikTok?
let's
Oh, man,
try
TikTok's
and
going to be blowing up the next few weeks.
let's try and
TikTok is
spend-
already blowing up.
It is kind of blowing up.
I forget what it was, but I saw something today on one of the talks in the Talk Dirty to Me thread on the PoP Discord that you should all join. And I saw it, and I reflected back to the shenanigans that we got into when we were youths. And I came to the conclusion that had we had TikTok, we would have been full-on domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been some dark shit.
A pop TikTok in 2010? Come on.
Imagine a TikTok when Limp Bizkit's break stuff was huge.
Oh God.
Imagine TikTok when Kerouac was whipping cheese around.
Oh, I thought never mind. I thought you were going to say something way different.
Whipping his
When
dick
he's
cheese?
whipping what around? Ugh. It's fucking nonsense.
You know what?
So,
Kerouac should have a TikTok. We need to make this happen.
I'm kind
my
of surprised
God.
he doesn't, to be
I kind of
honest.
think he was
He
the
might.
pioneer of the format, quite frankly.
Yeah, that Darkwing Duck.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah, he was ticking before the talk.
That's
I
fair.
think the name of his biography, or at the very least, the Paramount Network original movie.
I'm gonna do a quick search over here and see if he doesn't already have one.
Nah, he'd have shared them with us by now,
Yeah.
or at the very least, they'd be fed to his Facebook or something. Which, big ups to Kerouac for being the manager at a new bustling retail outlet.
Waffle
at the
House.
worst possible time to open a store ever. Poor bastard.
Is he working
Tough
from
out there.
home? Hopefully he's working from home.
No, he's a store manager out of Burlington.
Yeah, but if he just
Is
lines
it
up
still
all of,
open?
if he
Yeah, I
just
was gonna
lines
say,
up
they
all of
didn't
his
shut those
clothes,
shits down.
They
Whole
just
shutdown.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's in the middle of
So
nowhere.
you know, trying to keep busy. So fucking, I got some Legos. Got a couple of super mini plot models to build. Shit to do. I built a bootleg Scooby-Doo mansion, the one that came out a few years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
Playmobil's gonna be pissed.
What do you mean bootleg? How'd you manage that?
I went on eBay and checked it out, and it's a fucking bootleg set. It came.
But, like, did they 3D print the Legos? Did they just gather up a bunch of pieces and be like, you can make it out of it? Like, what do you mean bootleg?
I mean the logo on the
was
box
it an actual set at some point?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it-
yeah.
was it-
That Haunted Man, that mansion was a set.
Okay.
It's a Slego.
And that was the only set that had Velma in it. The only way to get Velma was in that set. And it was like $90. And I don't want to pay $90 for it. So I'm like, shit, I'll just buy the minifigure. But no, the minifigure is like $45. So, well, not doing that either. So I guess I'll just never have Velma. And then just for shits and giggles, I looked it up on eBay. And I found, a bunch of that set that are like, $400 now because it's retired. Or this one that was like $32. I'm like, we'll take a chance. Let's see what happens. And it shows up, and it's basically just the official instructions with a fake, not Lego logo on the front. The bricks do not have the Lego logo on them, so they're not like Lego bricks that they just compiled. Like they are, replica bricks of some fashion, but the colors all match. The instructions are great. They all lock together. Everything's great. The only thing is that there were one of the minifigures, either Daphne or Velma, had gray hands instead of flesh tone hands.
Oh, that's easy.
it. That's it. Everything else was fucking great. It was like $30.
They've been jerking
And
off
yes.
ghosts.
Yeah. And this company, I had to look at the name for you, Mahoney. Is that they that's what they do. They fucking knock off Lego sets, and they're very high quality.
Your company's Schmego.
Man, we saw some knockoff Legos when we were in Bangladesh for sure.
Saw some knockoff everything.
Some with an L. I forget what it was. I have to look it up. But I was very surprised at the quality of it. Like all the
Spicy chicken, okay?
moving pieces still working great.
Legoo.
I don't know. I have to look it up. I'll look it up because now it's killing me not knowing.
Lego-reens.
But I got the Flintstone set from Christmas. I have not built that yet. Got a couple models.
Oh,
and then,
dude, you
for
could have
when
a
shit gets
Flintstones-
real nuts.
You could have a Flintstone Scooby-Doo crossover.
I could. Oh yeah, I got they're on the same shelf with the Ghostbusters too, and the fucking Ninja Turtles, all them there together.
Oh,
It's
man.
a good shelf, you guys. It's a very good Lego shelf that I got going on there. Because you don't know how long this shit's gonna go. Shit might get nuts. A lot of fucking Metal Earth Optimus, you guys.
Why?
Oh,
Why?
God.
Why?
I thought you were going to say you bought a gun.
Oh, I got a gun.
I've been thinking about getting a gun.
No, I got a gun. It's the tiniest gun that ever existed. But
Guys,
I got one.
you want to get into guns? Let's start buying guns.
I don't really want a gun, but I have also, just because of our times, been like, I can't really defend my home in any sort of fashion.
Right.
Guys, let's become a gun podcast.
Pop, pop.
Yep. Pop, pop.
Jesus.
And every time we talk about guns, we just look at Jose kind of weird.
Yikes.
Yep,
Doesn't really come
exactly.
through on audio.
But don't worry, I'm a terrible shot.
Yep. Okay, then we make sure everything we say has racial undertones.
No.
Whoa,
Bella,
whoa.
Bela. They're the ones that make the bootleg Legos. Bella.
Bella.
You can't have a gun without those racial undertones.
And they
my
make
God.
the 75902 is the mystery machine that they did. It looks pretty great too. So
Is that what they
check
call
it out. That's the Lego kit as well. That's the kit number.
it?
Actually, I take that back. You can't have a gun without the racial undertones. You
I'm
can't be a
trying to move
gun.
past that.
You can't be a gun enthusiast without those racial undertones.
Yeah, probably not. there's a number of guns you can have
Yeah.
before the racial undertones inevitably come out.
Yeah.
So I got that going on. That's gonna keep us busy for a minute. What else? I finished Days Gone, which is a PS4 game about the aftermath of an apocalyptic outbreak. Real uplifting in these trying times.
Cool.
Because they know we needed it. Apparently, Netflix has got a lot of great comedy specials up right now, so it's been a solid. Every week's been a really good one. And then in recent days, Jax has discovered Beast Wars.
Nice.
The old bins, was playing with toys, and I've been up here working. He's been playing with stuff, and handing me shit to transform every now and again. Which some of those are, you kind of forget how complicated some of them are. But he's way into it, and we're watching the cartoon. That's awesome. And he's like, "Do you have any more of these?" I'm like, "No, that's all of them. I don't have like a huge pile of them or nothing. I was a little kid at the time." And he's like, "Okay, well," he's like, "I want to collect all of them." And I'm like,
Oh no.
I'm like, I got some bad news about that, man. That's not gonna happen. It's like, because those toys are old enough to rent a car. Not happening. But I did find a couple old ones in pretty good shape. I'm gonna put them away and use them for the little ticket rewards when the time comes. So he'll be happy about that. Shit is working out. Man, tell you right now, you got little kids, want to fucking try to get some Law and Order in little bastards? Tickets, y'all. Tickets is where it's at. We bought a wheel of raffle tickets. Do good shit, get tickets. Get enough tickets, redeem them for treats.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! What?
How many
up?
tickets? How many tickets is he at now? Because last we talked about this at Toy Fair. He was at like 14 or 17.
Well, he's
Fucking
cashed in
Lehman
twice.
Busters over here.
Nice.
Well, see, because he kept he would get up like every night for some goofy bullshit and just whatever. And so I'm like, all right, let's do this. Hey man, you stay in your bed all night, you get 3 tickets, dog. 3. Just keep your ass in your bed.
Shit.
And you know what he's gotten up since we instituted the ticket policy? He's gotten up maybe twice, I think, and this is going on for like a month. So
Wow.
He's gonna come out one night and just hand you 5 tickets. I'm up all night, dog.
see, you pull some bullshit, I'm gonna rip some tickets up, and he hates that shit. He hates that. That's a step back.
Do you stare at him in his eyes as you rip him?
Oh, I make him do it.
Oh,
That shit out.
Wow.
big baller.
Yeah, be a little asshole. You rip that shit up, throw it away.
Yep. You know that ticket that could have bought you some cool shit? Guess what, bitch?
So what? Every few weeks, I gotta drop $20 on some bullshit. It's worth it.
Oh yeah.
Like, man, I remember when you were trying to potty train him, we kept every time you'd, it was like, okay, cool, man, you poop in the potty, you're gonna get like a Blaze Monster Machine truck, and it was like, once every week he'd like shit in the toilet successfully, and then it was like every other day we started running out of Blaze trucks. I'm like, look, man, I'll buy him a fucking PlayStation game every day if you stop shitting his pants.
Exactly.
Like, it is worth it.
It was the
Whatever we
same
gotta
thing
do.
we went through. We got those $5 DC Super Pet books, and it was like, listen, if you just shit in the toilet, you can have one of these books every single time. I will pay any price for you to just shit in the toilet.
Spare no expense.
Yeah.
Just quit shitting your pants.
Name your fucking price, and I will get it for you.
You want a 94 Honda Accord? We can get that too. Just for the love of God, quit shitting
It's
your
sad
pants.
they're too young to realize the leverage they have, but literally I would do anything to make that stop.
Dad, I want that Honda Accord.
I'd be like, done. Where do I sign?
Oh, that's awful.
You
Dad,
want to eat
lease me
cake
a
every day
car.
for dinner the rest of your life? Cool, whatever. I don't care.
For the love of God, quit shitting your pants.
Dad, I want courtside seats to see the Lakers.
Done. Also, I got your PSA pre-check. It's great. Oh my God. So yeah, that's it, man. We're just keeping sane.
I like that idea. Don't be mad if I steal it.
Do it.
Oh no. It's great. Like I'm pissed it took us until almost 6 to figure that shit out because it's been a game changer, man.
Jose's just gonna use it for himself. He's like, all right, pooped in the potty.
Yeah,
Get 2
ticket.
tickets.
I got another PlayStation game.
Hey-oh.
You're gonna try it on the lady and get punched in the fucking neck.
How many tickets
Okay,
for a
so I got this
blowjob?
ticket idea. Karate chop to the larynx.
1 ticket equals 2 neck chops.
Oh, that's great. So yeah, highly recommend anybody out there with kids. You can have that one. So you're welcome. That's great. So what's going on with you, Kelly? How's that retail life treating you in these
Sucks.
wonderful times?
Sucks. Fucking sucks.
I've been so worried about our Kelly.
But thankfully,
R. Kelly?
no, not R. Kelly.
Oh shit!
No.
Hold up, R. Kelly.
No, we ignore him. He's not
For
here.
forever, R. Kelly.
I bet R. Kelly's having some bad times right now, just in general.
I'd hope.
No, he's
Virus
probably-
or not.
Is he in jail yet?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
He's still out.
I think he's out.
Yeah, he's probably got a house full of kidnapped women.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's been rough. Been rough times. Just watching people that shouldn't be out in public coming out in public.
Yeah, you were
I'm
saying,
sure they have very important things to do at your comic shop.
You know what?
though.
They don't.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were
that's
saying
weird.
that people like don't even know that there's a pandemic.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
didn't
the,
that
the amount of
new-
people I talked to, because in Wisconsin, we're locking down tomorrow. Like at 12:01 a.m., all non-essential business is shut.
So you on vacation, homie.
Fuck yeah.
Which is cool. You're getting paid.
Yeah.
That is diggable.
Yeah, but the amount of people that were asking questions about this, like they had no idea why we would be closing and don't understand why we don't know when we're going to reopen. Like that, it just, people aren't taking this seriously because I think a large chunk of people don't know anything's wrong yet.
Well, I mean, it's all just a hoax.
Well, yeah, that too.
So
But like it's going like you're getting push notifications to your phone. Like you don't have to even seek this information out. They're giving it to you. So I can't imagine not knowing.
I didn't get a notification about it on my phone until like 7 o'clock tonight. Like that was the first thing I got for one of
I
those.
mean, maybe not about that particular thing, but like for the past several weeks, your phone should have been blowing up.
I just
I haven't.
Things.
Eh.
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything on my phone, but I still
Yeah.
am aware.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of people that are just out of touch with everything.
Hey, I've got any alert on my phone. I've just
Well,
been-
I got to go. My
Look
it's
at-
Google News, I guess.
but
Yeah, don't
still,
do that.
like it,
That's just asking for things to get upset about to get shoved into your phone.
I would say coronavirus is probably the #1 topic of small talk between people these days. So it's like, how has someone even gone anywhere? How is Kelly the first person they're encountering with this information?
Yeah.
See, I bet Kelly's the first person they're encountering with this information who is acting like it's a big deal. Because I've seen at the grocery store countless old people
Oh yeah.
talking to each other, being like, "Can you believe all this nonsense? Like, what's up with this bullshit? Like,
Yeah.
all the chicken's gone.
Yeah,
It's like,
we went
What
to
do you
the-
mean
Yeah,
nonsense?
the old
Like,
people are just out. They're
I feel like there's more old people out than normal too. Like
Yeah.
they're just
They
defiant.
don't give a fuck.
Hey, 'cause
They're
they're
Look
like,
at
oh
look at
my
all this
God.
space.
Take me.
yeah.
Look at all this room
This
for
is our
activities.
time. I'm out. Peace.
Every old person you know is pissing in God's eye, daring him to blink. Like,
We
come
saw
get
this-
me, motherfucker.
We saw
Old
this
people are
old
just
lady-
out here being like, you know what? Let's go to the grocery store and wrestle.
Yeah, just fucking walk around. I got no business to be at the grocery store, and there's like over 70 specific hours, yet they're still out in normal time. We saw this old lady walking around the grocery store with no bra on,
Oh my god.
just freeballing it, and she had to
I
be.
don't give a fuck.
She
I
to
had a
be-
dude come in the shop who's at least 70. That was the day he was going to get into comics.
Don't you have that news? What you call it?
Like fuck, like why? Why now in the middle of a pandemic? Why is now the time you're gonna get into comics?
He said, I read Superman when I came in this world. I'm gonna read it when I come out. Now get me my comic, young boy.
He's like, hey, I'd like to catch up on Batman. Last one I read was 2. So could you get me everything between?
Yeah, no, it's just a lot. Most of the past 2 weeks have been me seeing someone walk into the store and then me just getting mad about it. Because for one reason or another, I'm like, you shouldn't be out. Either, oh, okay, you're old as fuck, you shouldn't be out. Oh, you're just sneezing and coughing up a storm, you shouldn't be out.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, you got a baby, you shouldn't be out. Oh, look at that, you've got 3 kids, one of them isn't wearing a jacket, you shouldn't be out.
Yeah.
Like, I was just so mad all the time last week.
Aw.
But it's all better now. I don't have to go to work anymore.
Street's still a little too busy.
Yep. Yeah, so other than that, I've been watching a bunch of stuff. On Netflix, I watched Dragon Quest Your Story. That's a fucking weird movie.
Is that one of those choose your own adventure gimmicks?
No, it's
Okay.
It's a movie, you know, based on the Dragon Quest franchise. And it's good. It's good, but it's fucking bizarre. Spoilers. Just I'm gonna spoil a lot of the movie.
Just because you're probably safe here.
Yeah.
Play
So if you're not aware, Dragon Quest is a Japanese video game series. It's super big, dense RPGs. And this, like in fantasy stuff. So in this one, we kind of start off with, okay, here's like a cool badass warrior guy. He's fighting some dragons and shit. And it's like, okay, cool. This is this guy's story. No, it's actually about his son. Guy dies fighting a wizard. Son becomes a slave for a bunch of years. And then he like eventually gets free with this prince. They go off. And the guy's like, all right, cool. I'm going to get revenge on this evil wizard. And his friend's just like, okay, cool. Well, call me if you need anything. We don't see that dude again until like 5 minutes before the movie's over.
Oh, okay.
So this guy goes to this village, meets a girl, and the dude's like, hey, if you go on this quest and beat this guy, you can have my daughter's hand in marriage. He's like, all right, cool. This sounds good. So he goes to go fight the monster, meets this other girl from his childhood, who we'd never seen before, but we're supposed to suddenly believe, oh, they're good childhood friends. Okay. They hadn't seen each other because he's been a slave for 12 years or whatever. So they beat the monster. He actually becomes friends with the monster. We don't see the monster again. Yeah. We don't see the monster again until like 5 minutes before the movie's over. So he's gonna go marry this girl, but he realizes, oh, his childhood friend is the one he really likes. He's like, oh no, what do I do? This old lady gives him like a potion. It's like, this will reveal your true feelings. Realize, okay, I should marry my friend. Here we go. Then it's revealed that the old lady was really that one guy's daughter who was like, man, I don't want to marry this guy if he's gonna be liking this other girl. So she just pushed him off onto this other broad. He and the main character and this girl get married. They have a kid, and he seemingly forgets about his quest for revenge. Until he doesn't. So he and his son are going to go get revenge on this wizard. The wizard freezes the guy in, like, turns him into stone. And goes off. And then it turns out the movie's main character is actually that guy's son.
This is all in one movie?
Yes, this is a 90-minute movie.
Jesus Christ.
So we're on our third main character. Because it turns out he's the real chosen one. He can unsheath the magic sword. So he goes...
Yeah, he can.
Just take it out. Take the shaft.
So eventually he figures out the magic to unfreeze his dad. Kid and his dad go, and they fight the wizard, and they gather a whole army of people. And here's when everyone comes back. Like that guy's friend from earlier, that big dragon guy, monster guy comes back, and they all fight the bad guy. And here's where it gets really weird. Suddenly, all these weird geometric shapes come out of the sky. Okay, so they beat the evil wizard. Then all these weird geometric shapes come out of the sky. And like everything starts to fade away. It turns out this is all a video game. And the actual villain is a virus in the game. This is a VR remake of Dragon Quest V. And apparently when you play this VR game, it wipes your actual memories when you play the game, so you don't know you're in a game.
Oh, I think I hate this.
It's fucking bizarre. Because this comes out of nowhere. There was no inkling that any of this wasn't real. But suddenly, no, it's a simulation. And then eventually his slime friend comes and they beat the virus. They beat the virus. Everything goes back to normal. And he goes off with his wife and kid. And he knows, he's like, all right, once I reach that hill, that's the end of the game. And it kind of ends with, does he ever actually go past that hill or not?
What?
Yeah.
How mad were you at the end of that 90 minutes?
I enjoyed it. It was fucking weird. I liked it. I also left out a whole time travel plot. That's in there somewhere too. This might be one of the most dense movies I've ever seen in my whole life.
Too much movie. It's too much movie.
It's a lot. It looks really nice. Like, it's really cool CG animation. Very much like that the Pokemon movie remake that came out. Yeah. Dragon Quest Your Story. I recommend it. It's real weird.
Based on your description, I can definitely say that I don't recommend it.
Yeah. But you know what you do recommend, Lee?
What's that?
Blazing Transfer Student.
I definitely recommend Blazing
I finally I'd only ever watched that first episode, and I was like, you know what? I need to actually watch this series.
Oh no, that show rules.
So yeah, I binged through it over the past 2 nights, and it's so good. Like everyone should watch Blazing Transfer Students on Netflix. It's just the most Japan shit.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. It's great though. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I love that show. I've been telling everyone about it. And then finally, you guys, Animal Crossing came out.
Oh man, how's it do it? You gathered up enough trash to build a house yet?
I do have a house. I've got my so I turned my tent into a house, and then I paid off the house and upgraded it, so now it's bigger.
Ooh.
And I just this morning before I went to work, I finished gathering the proper materials to make all the furniture for the new people that are moving onto the island to furnish their houses.
The game sounds terrible.
You gotta make furniture for them?
Yeah.
They make their own furniture.
They don't know how to do that.
Yeah. It sounds like
some
life.
shit my kid would love.
Yeah, it's great. It's tremendous. Nice, go get Mary. Tell her to come in here so we can talk about Animal Crossing.
Now that she's working from home, I have to race her to the couch, or else she'll gotta get on there and play Animal Crossing for 19 hours.
Fuck yeah, she will. I spent so much time on Sunday just going around chopping wood.
Is that code word for something?
Nope, just chopping wood, Jose. Sometimes, after dealing with the stupidest human beings imaginable, you just gotta go around chop some wood.
Oh my god.
Just makes you feel real good. Then you take that wood, you make a bunch of birdhouses. You take those birdhouses
Why do you need more than one birdhouse?
because then you sell them bitches and make a whole bunch of money and pay off your house.
What? Birdhouse money.
Yep. It's great. It's so good. It looks so nice.
So you're chopping wood for birdhouses.
I mean, you can make a whole bunch of things.
What else can you make?
What
Wanna
happened
make
to
some
the
chairs?
What happened to the pocket couches?
What kind of
You want to make
chairs?
some chairs?
Recliners?
We can make some. We can. I'm not there yet. I'm
Rockers?
still. I can make a rocking chair.
You have to level up his carpentry skill first.
Yeah.
All right,
I gotta get all my DIY recipes.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. You can make some rockers. We can talk.
You know, oddly enough, I can make you a nice sound system.
Oh.
Yeah.
One that you can't hear people scream.
Oh, yikes.
What the fuck?
Seeing.
That's nuts. What's going on with you, Jose?
Man, fucking finding out I don't have work until August if I'm lucky.
Ugh.
And, luckily I made it out of New York, so that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't there long enough. Like, I think Toy Fair was the last real big show that happened there.
Yeah, we just made
Because
it, I feel like.
we
Like,
did Toy
just
Fair.
Made it.
And that went off without a hitch, minus some certain booths not showing up. No names. So that was nuts. And then, like, they were just on the cusp of getting canceled, but they didn't. They made it. There were some scares. And then I came home for a week and then went back out there for a week and didn't last the whole show and got the fuck out. And now they're on lockdown and fucking shit's nuts, y'all. But you guys heard of this show called Game of Thrones?
No,
Yeah.
tell
Oh
me
my
more.
god. Are you a Game of Thrones boy now?
Well, I mean, we're watching it, so maybe. I mean, it's cool.
Have you-
know?
You've never seen it?
No, I had never seen it in any
Oh, wow.
episode.
Wow.
So I guess now is living the now, right? So watch it.
Where are you? How far?
I think we're on season 3, episode 2.
Shit, you're cruising.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you got nothing to do.
How are the boobs?
Boo game's good.
Yeah.
Boo game's tight. Boo game, all right. So, my favorite character, as I like to call him, Tyrone Lannister.
Tyrone.
Tyrone's all right. So he just got chopped in the fucking face.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that was fucking cool. And I'll tell you what, good on Aquaman, because if so far this is what he was able to springboard his career to.
Pretty much.
Like,
Yeah.
he didn't do much. Like, he played a very menacing guy that never really got to be menacing.
Yeah.
Like, he sold it good. He
Yeah, like you heard about all the shit that he did more than you did actually see it.
yeah. And they
Which
set
that's
it
what
up
Game of
that
Thrones did very well for the first, I don't know, how many seasons were there? 8? So for the first 7 seasons, they would talk about cool shit and not show it to you.
yeah, I believe it.
They show you a bunch of shit in the last one, though. It's worth it.
I dig it. I'll tell you what. Well, here's the thing: is there's things I know about the show from
Content's
not
cool.
watching a show like that for so long. You're gonna get spoiled on some shit.
Yeah, it becomes part of the culture.
So that's fine. Just because I know what happens doesn't mean I can't enjoy how it unfolds. I'm just not as surprised as watching it. So I knew what happened to Stark, before it happened. So that wasn't a surprise, but it was cool to see when is it going to be? When is it going to be? But knowing how it all goes down, she said it from the beginning, man. Like, she said, this is what I'm going to do. And I know there's probably like a big character arc and everyone starts to love her, but that bitch was crazy from the start.
That's what I said.
Like, when somebody who says, I'm going to do something later on in the story does what she says I'm going to do, I can't be mad. Like, she said it.
Oh, you think that, but boy, they sure were.
I bet.
They named their damn babies after her.
Like they weren't paying attention for the past like 8 years. Fucking nuts. Well, it is a long and mostly boring ride, Jose, but there are some really interesting points in there that shit actually happens.
I don't think it's mostly boring. I think you're gonna have a great time.
No, it's fun. But I was getting a little frustrated with the first 3 battles where like it was like, all right, we're about to battle, and then battle's done. Check this out. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't continue. Some of these battles are unlike anything you've seen on.
Well,
TV.
that's why I'm here. But I understand like the first season they just didn't have the budget. So
Right.
what's the best way of showing a battle that's not a huge battle that you can't really blow your wad on, but they still made it interesting. I mean, that was amazing that something that didn't happen, they still had you ready. What's going on? Fucking I'm just saying, they even showed it in like a vision back when they were trying to get her to suckle the teat of the dragons for those weird, as the lady call them, meth heads. All the warlocks. They run around with blue teeth. Every time one of them shows up, she's like, the fucking meth heads are back. So we've definitely classified them in different categories. But the meth heads, watch out.
Watch out.
So it's pretty cool. I don't know. If you haven't seen it, I guess watch it. But we're going to do that. And then I guess Ozark's on our list. Hey, we got all kinds.
Did you finish Watchmen?
Rules.
Finish which?
Watchmen?
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, we blew through Watchmen. That shit was cool. That was another one that was fucking YouTube as somebody's goddamn screen cap kind of ruined the Dr. Manhattan thing. So the whole time I kind of have in my back of my head, like, okay, I think it's him. And then once they said his name was Cal, I was like, oh, Superman. No shit. So
yeah, that's one of those things I was really glad to not have ruined, because that really changed the game.
yeah, but it was fun knowing it and seeing all the little drops. But that would have been pretty cool. But I love that show. That show was great.
It's so good.
It's perfect on its own, or could
Keep it
be
going.
continued
Yeah.
a year or 2 or 3 from now. Not like that's not a turnaround kind of show. Like if you're going to do that, you need to step away or just don't. If they don't ever do another one, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But if they come back with the same quality because they took the time to build a story that worked, not rush out a season because it did well, and they had all the original, backers, and don't pull a Dexter bullshit.
Yeah, definitely don't pull a Dexter bullshit.
We also blew through the whole series of shit up. I keep wanting to call it Up Shit's Creek, but it's just Shit's Creek.
Oh, I love that show.
That show was pretty good. It was cool because, like, we didn't know much about it except for Eugene Levy was in it, and then I'm like, God damn, the guy that got to play his son, like, motherfucker's eyebrows.
I had the same moment.
Yeah.
I saw the created by Daniel Levy and Eugene Levy, and I was like, oh, weird. I wonder who Daniel. And I was like, oh, the fucking dude with the eyebrows. Obviously.
You saw the girl.
Just like a younger, handsomer version of Eugene Levy.
Yeah, they look exactly alike. How did I not notice?
Like that casting. Give that casting a raise. They did their job. And then the waitress is his daughter.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then the
Which
wife,
is kind of funny
producer.
because, he's the dad, his son is the son, and then he's got a daughter, but his actual daughter is the waitress.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yikes, ouch.
Yeah, but I don't think his daughter could have played that character.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think that's her. That's not her. Her shtick. I don't think she could have pulled that off.
No, that's was great. If you're stuck at home quarantined looking for something to make you forget about the shit state of the world, Schitt's Creek is wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can, I
it
feel
is
like
pretty good.
it's one of those that you can kind of jump in on it anywhere and watch 3 episodes and be fine.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
watch them.
Yeah,
So-
Nicole was watching it, and I'd come in periodically, and then I just watch a random one. It's just good sitcom writing. You can
Yeah.
watch wherever it is, pick up and move on. Like it's
Yeah.
really good.
Those levies, good on them for having. And it's over, right? That was it.
Yes.
No,
Or is
I
it
think
coming
there's a
back?
season on right now.
Yeah,
Or there was recently.
because I know. Well, whatever is out is watched.
Yeah, but I think
And
on like live TV you can watch.
there's
the
actually a season
happening,
going on
Yeah,
right
because
now
it,
live.
it
Yeah.
airs on
Okay.
PoP, I think.
Yeah, I believe there's going to be a movie.
Yeah, that. Look,
They were doing a tour too. They did they had 2 shows in Orlando that sold out, but I don't know if those are happening.
who is Pop?
That's us.
Who be Pop? Huh?
We be Pop.
Who
I
be?
know.
Who be Pop?
I know. Impact used to be on PoP.
Impact used to be on there.
Was it?
Now
Did
they're
it
on
used to be the
Access.
TV Guide channel or some shit?
Oh,
Who
the
knows?
final episode of Schitt's Creek will air on April 7th.
Okay, so it's on its last season. Right
Yeah, it's
now.
on its 6th and final season.
You guys, you want to know something that I'm excited about with this whole coronavirus thing is because they're not able to make new shows right now. Like, we got a chance to catch up, you guys.
Yeah, they can't.
No,
take
I know
that.
it's great.
There's just so much stuff. We can catch up on all that stuff.
I can't catch up on stuff. I got to work and be a teacher, nice.
Well, you got even longer to catch up.
I got 45 minutes to catch up every day.
First of all, you should be watching TV while you're working.
I got to write code and shit. I can't do that while I'm watching TV.
I'm over there writing code while I'm watching TV. It's fine.
See, but then I miss the stuff
He's in the
show.
shower while he's doing it.
Yeah, I'm in
Well,
the
it depends
shower
on the show.
watching
It depends
TV.
on the show.
Yeah,
Right,
Lee likes.
like, yes.
Podcast while I'm writing code. I can let's watch something.
That's why I can't watch Narcos because I got to read the subtitles and I can't because I'm busy working.
Like
mi abuela.
I'll watch Supergirl while I'm working, or I'll watch Supernatural while I'm working. That shit is
Yeah.
mindless.
Yeah.
But like,
Fair.
I can't watch Westworld while I'm working.
Yeah.
That's not
No,
gonna
I wouldn't
work.
expect you to.
Yes,
You can
our
watch
goal,
you can watch the first episode of this season of Westworld while you're working.
our
That shit
goal
was
is by the time
boring.
we're done with Game of Thrones, we'll jump into Westworld because season 3 should be because they're week by week, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody
couldn't
found his
get into
HBO Go
Westworld.
password.
I like the first season quite a lot, and then the second one I found to be very confusing. So we'll see where the third one goes. I gotta start that one.
I still gotta watch that Black Mirror slobber knocker.
Christ. What you got going on, Mahoney?
Oh, just sitting in my house thinking about how days don't really matter anymore. There's no time. It's just light or dark out.
Yep. Yeah, Zoe came up to me today. She's like, "What day is it?" I go, "Well, I only know this because I'm preparing to do a podcast tonight, but it's Tuesday. Otherwise, I'd have been like, I don't know, ask the robot in the corner because I have no
Yeah.
fucking idea."
Exactly. It doesn't matter. Nothing is different. Nothing changes. It's either bright or it's dark.
I don't know. Ask the vacuum.
Let me tell you real quick. I'm gonna cut you off, Mahoney, but we got a robot vacuum cleaner a few weeks ago, and it's great.
Oh, I'm
It's
so
just really
jealous.
cool. And
I
so
want a robot vacuum cleaner.
I said to myself, "Oh, I got a sticker sheet in the cabinet. I got some Autobot stickers. So I'm gonna put an Autobot sticker on the robot vacuum." And then I said, "Oh, great, cool. Well, now he needs an Autobot name." All right,
What did you name it?
hey Nicole, come here. She's like, "What?" And I said, I put an Autobot sticker on the vacuum." She's like, "Yeah." I go, and I gave it an Autobot name. She's like, "Uh-huh." I go, don't you want to know its name?" She's like, "Fuck, I guess yeah." I go, "The vacuum's name is Rug Muncher."
Oh, God.
And she looked at me and she walked out of the room. And so now, since I did name it, I can tell Google to tell Rug Muncher to start cleaning. And then it goes, talking to Rug Muncher.
Wow.
It's the best. It's about the simple joys in these days, you guys.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
That's all I want. I want a little robot vacuum who just handles their own shit. Like, when I'm not around, vacuum. And if I'm around, stop vacuuming. And, like, charge yourself when you need to charge yourself and fucking empty yourself if you can.
Robot,
somehow.
go shit in the toilet.
Yeah, like, that's what I want.
What would you do if you walked in and you saw that little Rumba shitting in its little
I would
vacuum
be like,
waste into the toilet?
Give it a ticket.
Yeah, here's a ticket. Choose a prize from the box. What do you want? You want a cookie? You want jelly beans? What is it?
Honda Accord?
You want a Honda Accord? You want a
gotta
Pop
rub
and
my
a
nose
Jenga?
low.
Honda Accord.
You gotta empty the trap, but otherwise, it takes care of all that shit, Mahoney. It's great.
Oh, I love it.
Would recommend.
I want one. I got to get past the age. There's too many toys on my floor.
Yeah, that'd be a problem.
Yeah, I feel like my cat would just spend its entire time trying to murder it.
Yeah, fuck that cat. He'd be okay.
I think your
yourself a
cat.
vacuum.
What if the vacuum killed your cat though?
Oh, then it would definitely get a ticket.
You got life insurance on that cat?
Ooh.
Not
Who
yet.
gets
We
paid
should
out
fi-
on that? Death?
Yeah, we should figure that out.
Lee, have you seen the viral posts where like the dog shits on the carpet and then Rug Muncher grabs the dog shit and just smears it
Oh,
everywhere?
no. Oh. No.
Yeah, so you gotta watch out for that too. Cause you come home and the robot's like, "Look, Dad, I did good," and you're like, "Oh God."
Smeared
I'm
shit
gonna
everywhere.
give Jax 50 tickets to shit on the floor.
And tell him to spell out brown rum.
Oh my god.
Jack, don't tell your dad where these tickets came from.
Tell him how many tickets cleans up this mess. How many tickets erases your memory of this bullshit. Headbutt. Sweet right hook.
So, hey, Jason Nyes.
Yo.
Who the fuck is
Yo.
Jason?
You been doing anything recently?
Well, I spent.
You better hit his music.
Yeah, why didn't we have a show last week?
I was in the hospital. I spent a week in the hospital, you guys.
Oh,
In the middle in the middle of a global pandemic.
Yeah, the perfect time to go to the hospital.
Yeah, it was pretty chill. If I do say so myself.
Was
They
that was it-
probably loved it. They were like, "This guy doesn't need a ventilator. I don't gotta wash my hands. This is great."
Spoiler alert, they did. They loved me. I was the best. So, the
you're
Friday
a great patient, Nyes.
the Friday after our last show, had a good week. Mowed the lawn with our new lawnmower and all that shit. I was drinking some Coronas out of solidarity for the brand. Just kind of settling into my old man ways. Again, out of solidarity, me and Mary ordered a shitload of Chinese food. Friday night, her last day at work, and she's going to be working from home after that, so we're going to celebrate a little bit, support the Asian community. And then I just ate way too much, real fast, as I do, just fucking shoveling fucking steamed dumplings just down my throat. So all night, I'm bloated, I'm in pain, I'm tossing and turning in the guest bed, just trying to get comfortable, just trying to fart. I thought I had like food poisoning at one point. I tried to throw up. Couldn't even force myself to throw up. Like that's.
I'm gonna stop you right there, dudes. If you're listening, take note. The man went to the guest bedroom like a champion.
Yes.
That's right.
Like a champion. Well done, Nyes. Well done.
How demoralizing is it to shove your fingers down your throat like a 90s supermodel and to not have anything come up? Like.
Oh, I gotta just think about it hard enough, and it's done.
And see, it just wasn't happening. Like usually, I could give myself a little like, and it just wasn't happening.
And then your hands all spitty.
Yeah. So Saturday, we get up.
Big hands, Harris over here.
Don't tell me you've never tried to make yourself throw up.
Yeah,
and
from
then
sticking
you're like,
your
"Ew."
fingers down your throat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I can safely tell you I have never tried to make myself throw up.
Sometimes it got to you. It's just
Yeah.
it's better to get it out than just
Yeah.
sit there and play the waiting
Right.
game
Yeah.
or,
No.
or just feel like shit.
There's a 15% chance I might puke that day. I might just take care of it.
And this,
No, I don't ever want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm
Because the
not
sooner you
interested.
throw up, the sooner you start to feel better.
100%.
So why go along
Exactly.
feeling better? Just
Nope.
fucking.
that was my logic too. It was my logic. Get it, like, get it out of
No
me.
logic.
So Saturday we get up to go vote for Bernie because it was early voting. Still not feeling great. Didn't get much sleep. My parents come over to drop off a bunch of stuff they've been storing in their attic. We got some pizza. They leave. I'm not feeling great. I go and take a nap.
I thought that was part of the same thing. They had been storing pizza in the attic.
Yeah, I was like, what's that? What's that code word for?
I'm just saying, like I ate something, even after not feeling very well, and it was pizza, so not the best thing in the world. I go and take a nap, and I wake up with a fever. My highest was 101.4 at one point, so I got a fever. I automatically think I got the Rona. So,
And I ain't hearing no cowbells.
So, but I'm still having like stomach cramps and I'm constipated and I constantly have to pee. It's fucking annoying. I hate it. But I basically sleep all day, keep taking my temperature, and it's going up and down. Sunday's not feeling great. I got fever and chills. Working on the business taxes that were due that night. And then, I go to sleep that night. I watched a little bit of the Bernie Biden debate. I go to sleep in the guest bedroom and I start Googling the symptoms for coronavirus, and it's, fever, yes, but cough, sneezing, shit like that. Nothing gastrointestinal, really. So then I take my symptoms, which are fever, abdominal pain, constipation, pissing a lot, and what comes up is either it's a UTI or a kidney stone. My dad has a shitload of kidney stones. I message him about it. He's like, go to the hospital as soon as you can. Don't sit on it. Don't wait on it, because he ended up getting septic at one point.
Oh, shit.
So Monday, Mary's got to work a half day. I get a hold of a urologist, give them all my insurance information. They're supposed to get back to me. Mary gets off work around noon, not hearing back from this urologist, so fuck it. We go to urgent care. As we're at urgent care, they got signs up everywhere that are like, hey, if you're experiencing any of these symptoms, let us know and we'll give you a fucking mask. But it's, all of the symptoms, all I've got is a fever, so I'm not coronavirus symptomatic, but they still ended up giving me a mask. This family of trash people comes in, and the masks are behind the counter, and this kid with fucking flip-flops and green hair goes to grab a face mask from behind the counter, and the fucking nurse goes off on him like, no, don't fucking reach your grubby ass paws back here. You asked for a goddamn mask. Anyhow, that's not a huge deal, but urgent care couldn't help me, so they referred me to the ER. They tested my urine, said that there was something going on with my liver. So they wrote me a referral and basically gave me a fast pass for the ER down the road. It was intense. Like, as soon as we come in through the sliding glass doors, there's people stationed there with their face mask, and they're like, stop, I need to ask you 4 questions. And it's basically about, have you been traveling internationally? Have you been having these symptoms, so on and so forth, because they just don't want people just flooding into here. And it kind of, the emergency room, there were a lot of people in masks kind of coughing in the corner. It was not a pretty sight. So they're thinking it might be, I give them all my symptoms. I give them the referral paperwork and all that, and they're like, maybe it's gallbladder, maybe it's kidney stones. But I don't wait long in the waiting room. Like, within 15 minutes, they got me back in a room in a bed, because I don't know if, shit looked that dire or non-coronavirus stuff was taking priority. So, and At one point, a doctor is poking me in the stomach to see if I have any pain in any specific spots. And I'm talking as he's poking at me, and he hits this one spot, and I fucking squeal like that when that Lyft driver nearly pancaked those pedestrians. Yes. That was my exact reaction. So they ordered a CAT scan. I go and get the CAT scan, and it comes back that I have diverticulitis, which we refer to as the Brock-Lesnar disease. It's essentially an infection or an inflammation of your colon. And they tell me that they might have to do surgery in case it's perforated, and I got shit leaking into the rest of my body. However, they did not have a surgeon in the building. So I'm going to have to go to the hospital in downtown Orlando, and to get there, I'm going to have to ride in an ambulance. Because I can't just drive there. I can't just drive there because what if something goes wrong in my colon? What if something rips, something busts, and all of a sudden I'm leaking shit into my body? So one of the most expensive Uber rides I've ever taken. I told the guys driving the ambulance I would leave them 5 stars and a tip, and they thought that was wonderful. So Mary ended up meeting me at the new hospital. I get hooked up to everything, and they say I'm going to be there a few days at least. And I'm like, oh, so like this wasn't just like go into urgent care. Oh, you've got a UTI, you've got a kidney stone. Here's some antibiotics. Enjoy going home. It's like, oh no, you here for a while, bro. So that
you ever been hospitalized before like this?
No. The most I have ever been hospitalized was when I went to the ER for an afternoon after that last India trip.
Oh, that water doo-doo.
Yeah. But that was just an afternoon. I've never had to stay overnight in a hospital, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to get my mind right real fucking quick for all that. So then and what sucked is because it's diverticulitis, it's involved with your colon. They don't want you to make it worse, so I was put on what they called bowel rest, which means I couldn't eat or drink anything for 24 hours, and I had already not eaten anything since Sunday night when Mary made me a peanut butter and jelly. So this is Monday night now, and I haven't eaten anything, and I can't drink anything. My fucking lips are getting chapped. Poor Mary stayed the night in the hospital with me, as a ride or die bitch does. And then Tuesday, so I'm hooked up to an IV drip and antibiotics, and I got this heart monitor that's wireless, but it's all connected to like a first-gen iPod that weighs like 10 pounds. So that's hanging from these stickers all over my chest that are hanging from my chest hair. So whenever I wasn't holding that thing just right, it was fucking yanking on my goddamn chest hairs. You should have seen when I had to rip all those stickers off. Woo! It was like some 40-year-old virgin shit. They didn't even bother trying to shave anything. They're just like hair.
Oh, God.
I learned that hospital TV really fucking sucks. Especially daytime hospital TV during a pandemic where Trump is on half the stations for most of the day. Which is
general
real cool.
hospital?
But there is an in-hospital channel for new parents called the Newborn Channel, and I'm flipping through the channels, and at one point I caught part of a breastfeeding lesson and saw a full-on tit on TV in the hospital, and you guys, it was a real good one. It was a real good tit. Like, they brought out the A game for this breastfeeding lesson. So I was chasing that high the rest of my hospital stay. Like every time I'd be flipping through the channels, it'd be like, no, big money, no whammies, no tits. So
accidental tit is kind of the best.
Yeah,
tit.
especially like in a hospital where it's like super inappropriate. Oh,
yeah.
I gotta tell you guys a secret. So at one point, Mary brought me my laptop so that I could watch YouTube videos and shit instead of this awful hospital TV. So I open up all my tabs. And I guess at one point, I accidentally saved a porn link in my tabs. But thankfully, the hospital's got some sort of lock on its Wi-Fi that you can't just open up porn links. So
That's for the best.
yeah, that
It
was
alerts. There was an
definite.
alert. Ding. Room 210 tried to authorize an subjectable website.
But Tuesday night, they finally let me have some water, which was great, and then they promised me the hard stuff in the morning, some apple juice. Mary came after work, brought the laptop, and this was Tuesday night. The doctors tell me it's going to be at least 24 to 48 hours. So I'm like, fuck. And that was, Tuesday was Popcast Day. And that did not happen. Sorry about that. Sorry about my damn luck.
Well, I did like when we were just like, so no show tonight. You're like, oh, I don't know. And we're like, no show tonight.
Well, I wasn't sure. No. Like, I was very optimistic that I could go home as quickly as possible, but...
I was sure. Even if you did go home, we wouldn't be doing a show.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I've been good since I've been home. I've been 100%.
Good. That's great.
But Wednesday, they tell me they're going to start letting me eat. So breakfast, I got coffee, Jell-O, apple juice, and then beef broth, which is just hot water with the seasoning packet from like ramen. So that's cool. Made my breath smell really good. Lunch, they gave me some chicken broth, and I got a little crazy, got a ginger ale.
Fuck yeah, you did.
And then dinner, man, one of the greatest dinners I ever had in my life, because they switched me to full liquid, which means I can have like real food, but it has to be pureed. So I got pureed chicken noodle soup, and then on the side, chocolate pudding and orange sherbet. Oh my God. Man, I didn't realize how much I missed chocolate pudding, you guys.
I'm fucked up, but they just put it all together. Brought you a cup.
And then
Here's your cup.
I got to watch the Empty Arena Dynamite show from my hospital bed, which was pretty cool.
Nice.
Thursday, the doctors check up on me early. Pretty much decide I'm ready to go home that day. But then I got my breakfast, which was the worst fucking eggs I've ever had in my life. The head of the nurses came to do like a debriefing at the end of my stay. Like, hey, let us know how we did. And I was like, these eggs, these eggs gotta fucking go. Like, they're scrambled eggs, but they have the texture of hard-boiled eggs.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah, they're like squeaky, like cheese curds. Terrible. And
no.
Cheese curdy egg.
Along with the worst eggs I've ever had in my life, because I was still on a full liquid diet, they gave me pureed pancakes, which, for all intents and purposes, looked like it was just pancake mix and water mixed together and not even cooked. Along with some grits. So it was that breakfast was the worst meal I had the entire time there. Like, grits? Like the less interesting rice and pureed pancakes?
Those pureed pancakes are one of the worst looking foods I've ever seen.
It
looked absolutely terrible.
Pretty depressing.
You should have asked them to put some peanut butter and jelly on top.
Well, they gave me syrup, and I should have checked the consistency of the pureed pancakes before I put the syrup on it, because they were already pretty liquidy, and the syrup just made it even worse.
Ugh.
It reminded me of the shit that they eat in The Matrix.
The Matrix.
Real cool. But lunch was turkey, gravy, mashed sweet potatoes, and green beans, and that was pretty dope.
Puree?
That was no, it was all full. Like I had passed. Yeah,
I saw that food too, and that shit was good because you had been eating pureed pancakes.
Right.
That did not look very appetizing either.
It was actually pretty good. I ate all my green beans first. I was eating every fucking crumb of every meal they brought me because I wanted to be like, hey, I'm fine. Look at me. Look at me. Yep. I ate all my food, doctor.
I'm a good boy. Can I have a ticket?
The nurses said, this is Thursday.
Leave, please.
This is Thursday. The nurses say, I don't really like to tell people when they're going to go home because what if something happens, but you look like you're probably going to go home around 2 p.m. today. And then
around 2 p.m.
And then 2 p.m. comes and nothing. Mary came and hung out with me. The guy who takes the food orders comes in like 3 times to take my order for that night's dinner and the breakfast the next day, and I'm kind of like, but I'm leaving. Like, why are they? Am I gonna have to stay here another night? But then also every time he came in, I'm thinking it's the doctor coming in, and it's the same fucking guy again. Poor little Haitian dude just taking my order. But then the doctors finally come in around 5 while I was watching People's Court. God damn it, my favorite. And they
said fucking Jerry Springer's a judge now?
Yeah, Jerry Springer's getting that money because the Springer Show's still going, and he's Judge Jerry.
And didn't Sasso get his own spinoff? Whatever his bodyguard was?
The security guard, yeah, he had his own show for a little bit.
Steve-O? Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Steve something. But, yeah, I got sent home, got unhooked, hopped in the shower, picked up my antibiotics, and I was fucking out of there. Because I had been eating, like, the sherbet and the pudding and stuff, man, I had a real boner for a Wendy's Frosty. So I convinced Mary to swing by Wendy's, got that 4 for $4, not overdoing it, because the doctors told me, like, I'm good. Like, as far as diet goes, just take it easy.
Shit.
Like, they told me to eat more fiber, but I was expecting a real restrictive diet, and that would have been cool. But still, gonna take this opportunity to maybe chill out a little bit.
I'm about to say, you can, restrict your diet.
Yeah, because, like, I was one of the best patients, one of the nicest patients some of these nurses I've ever seen, but I don't want to go back there anytime soon because I don't want to have to wheel something into the bathroom with me every time I have to take a piss. I don't want to have to put a glove on every time I take a shower because I'm hooked up to a heart monitor. So yeah,
love a good shower glove.
Hospital, not for me. Getting old, time to treat myself right and try and stay the fuck out of the hospital, especially these days.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely don't want to go back to the hospital anytime soon.
Yes, please.
But I am on antibiotics currently for the next week and a half. Then I have a checkup in 2 weeks, and then likely gonna need a colonoscopy in 6 weeks. So, I'm about that age anyhow, so fucking stick a camera in me. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, man, everyone's about to get their butthole looked at. Kelly's 45. He went past his.
Tell me how my butt looks. But, okay, let me ask you guys your opinion of this, because I asked Mary this. So I must have given my symptoms to fucking a dozen different people. Like I had it memorized after a while, and they took so much blood and so much urine and checked up on me this whole time, and they gotta make sure I don't have any pre-existing conditions that might adversely affect my care, what have you. They ask me my medical history, and I'm like, I don't really got much. Like, I'm fucking fat as fuck, but, like, I'm not diagnosed with anything currently. Like, yeah, I sweat when I tie my shoes, but do I have high blood pressure? Probably. But, like, I feel like the one thing I'm worried about is diabetes, because that's kind of inevitable. But I feel like if I'm having problems with my colon and they're taking my blood and they're looking at my pee and all that, if I was diabetic, they'd be like, hey, motherfucker, you're diabetic. But
it would have come up for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I believe they would have said if they had noticed that.
So I almost feel like I'm doing great. Like, good job, me.
I love getting physicals and shit because I'm always like, oh yeah, cool. I am exceptionally healthy for a fat guy.
Right. So yeah, definitely looking into getting a family practitioner and getting the full checkup. Now that I took an ambulance ride, so every fucking doctor's appointment I have after this point is just gravy, I think.
Yeah,
I got an ambulance ride and 2 CAT scans. Yeah, I think we hit our deductible.
Look at my balls. Make me cough, motherfucker. Make me cough.
Look at my balls. What's up with my back?
My pussy and my crack.
But I'm home. I've been home since Thursday night. I feel
good.
I feel
Glad
just
you're
fine.
healthy. You're happy.
Oh, I appreciate it. I'm shitting
It even though they didn't tell you restrictions, like, fuck, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, we ain't getting younger. Now's the time to figure the fuck out.
It's true.
Live a little better. I've been slacking on trying to go to bed early, which I should be going.
Oh man, I've been sleeping so fucking good since I've been home.
Nice.
Guys, let's all just start going to bed really
I wish
early.
you got some of that MJ juice, though.
Yeah.
You want to talk about sleep.
They gave me some real strong Tylenol at one point, and I was seeing things.
Well, all right. She said, "Hey, Doc, for reals, what's up with that peyote?"
Well, see, I mentioned this in our chat, and it's like when I was at the first ER, they're asking me my pain, and I'm telling them I'm fine. I'm not doing too bad. But then I forgot, like, they're asking you your pain so that they can prescribe you pain medication. So when I got to the second hospital, they asked me what my main goal there was, and I was like, pain management.
And you went, "Ooh."
But because it was a colon thing, opioids would cause inflammation. Or no, they would cause me to be constipated. So
Well, you don't want that.
yeah, so they couldn't do that. Yeah, so I've been shitting a little bit of water the past week or so, some snakes. It's getting a little bit more solid back there. One of the antibiotics I'm taking is like the worst tasting pill I've ever had in my life. You can't let it touch any taste buds whatsoever. But I've been taking them. Doing good. Feeling good.
Good for you, big boy.
Got a nice little vacation out of it, man. Remember how
you were going? Everyone's got a nice vacation.
Well, see, I got a vacation, and then like I'm taking an extra week now to be like, oh, I get to be home. Because, man, being in the hospital during all this, not the funnest, not the most comfortable, not the best amenities, not the best food. So it's nice to be back home and be lazy.
There's
a
just
little
shit
bit.
going on. You don't want to be stuck somewhere
They
where you can't leave.
a couple of the nurses shamed me at one point to be like, hey, you can't just like lay in bed all day. You should like get up and walk around, go outside and walk. And I'm like thinking to myself, but the fucking Rona's out there. Can't I just stand here?
Like, I'm sorry, ma'am. Have you not seen the news?
Right. But man, I was the best patient ever, you guys. So nice. I think I was just the best patient by default because I wasn't grabbing any of their asses.
Should have pulled a real old Stanley.
Excelsior.
This is pulling a Stan Lee. Isn't that like getting jerked off in the shower? Isn't that what he was up to?
Whatever it is.
But I appreciate all the well wishes and everybody hanging in there with me while I'm posting pictures of my awful hospital food, which was actually
Thank you for not posting pictures of your poos.
Yeah.
Yep.
Through the journey. But
it was a trying time, Nice.
Yeah.
It's about the only thing that happened in my week. I went to the grocery store. I found double stuffed Nutter Butters.
Oh man.
I was very, very excited about it. And then I was saving them. And then you were like, going to the hospital, getting admitted. I got whatever it is. And I ate, I said half. It was at least 3/4 of that package of Nutter Butters.
Oh.
Speaking of, forgot to mention the Mahoney sent a nice little Oreo fucking. The second thing did come in.
Oh, good.
So thank you for that too. A little
butt plug.
The child puzzle. We're gonna put that together tomorrow.
Aw.
Nice.
That's our plan. Is some got and some fucking puzzle.
That's an awesome day right there.
Fuck yeah. That probably end up boning somewhere in between.
There you go.
You got to redeem some tickets.
Gotta fucking. It's a Rona test. You know what I mean? Because if we do that and one of us gets it, then we know one of each other had it. So now
you're good as long as you don't kiss or eat ass. So
yeah.
All right. No ass eating.
You gotta see if she has a sore throat. Oh.
Well, I mean, before no names. So the coconut ones a little too strong.
What the fuck are you talking
Oh, they're
about?
strong.
The
The-
Oreos. He sent those
He's talking about all the flavors he dips his dick into.
What the fuck?
They're caramel coconut Oreos, and they taste
Come
like caramel delights or Samoas from Girl Scout cookies.
Yes. Too candy for me.
It's very candy.
They're yeah. So like you can only eat like 2 or 3, and you gotta have some milk. If you don't got no milk, you're in trouble. And then the other ones, the peanut butter pie, those were they tasted like Nutter Butters
Yeah, they're
to
great.
me. Yeah, those
It's probably the
I mean,
same peanut butter.
probably.
Those peanut butter pie Oreos are potentially the best Oreos of all time.
Yeah. But they're pretty much Nutter Butters. Have you had the chocolate covered Nutter Butters?
Yeah, but see, I don't need that much chocolate with my Nutter Butters.
All right.
It's too much. It's too much. Well, good. I'm glad it came. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah. And then the Reese's. We got like Reese's Easter eggs and like a kind of like a Cadbury egg, but Reese powered.
Yeah.
That shit's gone. The cookies are gone. The only thing left right now is the fucking
The puzzle.
puzzle. And we're gonna eat the shit out of that.
We haven't
tomorrow.
finished eating the puzzle yet, but we're working
Puzzle
on it.
was a little dry. Not gonna lie to you.
Still
You
better
really
than
needed
puzzle
milk
bass.
with the puzzle.
still better than those hospital eggs.
Yeah.
Definitely need some milk with this. So that was cool. I don't know.
Though you can't get coronavirus if you rim a puzzle.
Well, I don't say that. I mean, who rimmed the puzzle before?
That's true.
Right. That's right.
Yeah,
Where
every
was
time
Always
you're-
ask yourself before you rim a puzzle, who else rimmed that puzzle?
You
whenever
rim a
rim
puzzle, you're rimming
gonna get
everybody
my-
that puzzle's been with.
Shitty joke, Jinx. Oh boy, we're all surviving, gang.
Yep.
Hanging in there.
We're trying. You know, this whole quarantine thing, I don't really notice a difference.
Yeah.
Because this is usually my thing, except, you know, Mary's working from home now. So, like, I can't just make noise in the rest of the house all day because she doesn't even have doors on her office. But,
What kind of noises you be making?
I just like to,
Soup noise.
you know, maybe.
You heeing and hawing?
Yeah, I like to put on some 90s hip hop and do the dishes and maybe if I can do some dancing and, you know.
Cramping the style a little bit, huh?
I make a lot of noise when I'm doing the dishes or, you know,
Never
I can't
trust
really.
a big dish and a smile.
I can't really, you know, watch anything on the TV while she's working because it's very echoey and she's doing like teleconferencing and stuff like that. So I try to stay on my side of the house up until 5 o'clock, and then that's when I have to rate.
Or he's like me, and when the cat is walking too slow in front of him, he just starts making Mario noises to make him go faster. That works. If your cat's walking in front of you, he's going slow, you just start going wahoo, ee-hoo, and it freaks him out, and he starts walking real fast.
Mary has
That's one way.
Noted.
I usually just, you know, nudge it gently with my foot. Like,
No.
fuck out of the way.
No, because then he'll try and hit me.
Pretty sure my cat is about 17 years old, and I'm pretty sure my cat is going deaf. So sometimes you gotta just kind of poke it from behind, and be like, "Hey, I'm back here."
Yeah, no, I think
Out of my
mine might be going kind of deaf too, but I kind of think he screamed himself deaf because he's realized now if he arches his head fully in the air like he's a coyote, he can yell really loud,
Oh my god.
and he does that whenever he's really excited about some food he just ate.
Have you considered turning him into an outdoor cat?
Oh, I don't know what he'd do out there. He used to be an outdoor cat, and that's why he's all full of scars.
Oh, yeah,
He was an outdoor cat before we got him, and when we got him, he had an infection in one of his legs. Two of his legs because of all the fights he got in.
Yeah, see, if
You
have an
know
outdoor
why?
cat-
I bet I know why he was getting in all those fights. Because they're just huddled around the trash can trying to enjoy themselves a meal, and this asshole is screaming at the top of his lungs.
The screaming is a rather new development, like within the past 6 months or so.
Well,
This also is exactly why Nyes can't make noise when Mary's working from home.
yeah. I mean,
He's
have you
like, oh, this is a great sandwich.
I mean, have you seen the news in the past 6 months? Wouldn't you just start randomly yelling too?
That's true.
Real New Yorker.
The cat just screaming about the food he ate, and there's me just carrying around my amiibo garbage. Same energy.
I can never laugh.
Carrying around your amiibo garbage sounds like you just got a handful of jizz.
That was my favorite shopping in New York.
Like, hey, girl, want to help me take care of my amiibo garbage?
That's what my dick sounds like when it finishes.
Oh, God. We got a classic tonight.
We do. It was from episode 90, I believe, in the reboot. It's when Jose tried to explode himself.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Good times. Enjoy this. We're back in a minute.
All right, come on. And now, a curated selection from deep within the Popcast Network archives. We proudly present this Popcast classic.
So I was staying at the lady's house, and we're at the gas station. She's pumping gas, and I put my hand in my pocket, and I feel a lighter. And the first thought in my mind was, cool, lighter. Let's turn it on. So I put my hand in my pocket, grab the lighter, pull it out, and fucking turn the lighter on. She flips out, and then I realize what I just did. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I yell at her.
The audience at home, Jose, where were you?
At Wawa.
At the gas station. At the
But more
pump.
specifically, the gas station. Yeah.
Yeah. And I yell at her for pumping gas while I'm lighting the lighter. It's like, what were you thinking? I got a lighter going and you're pumping gas? Yes. And then like I'm shocked, she's shocked, and the whole ride home I'm like, wow. In another galaxy, in an alternate universe, we fucking exploded.
You're fucking salsa right now.
Like,
I'm going to use that on the Roto-Reader guy tomorrow.
all of this might not even be real. I might not be here. This might be like my afterlife. We may have exploded. I don't know.
Man.
I'm going to use that on the Roto-Reader guy tomorrow. In an alternate reality, you blew up my fucking kids yesterday.
Jose,
That is an excellent thing to say to him.
If you blew yourself up, Jose, I would have been so mad at you. I would have been so displeased.
I can only imagine the message I would have got from Nyes being like, fucking Jose blew himself up at the gas station. And I would have been like, what? Oh my god, that's terrible. And he'd be like, I know, the videos aren't even done being edited yet.
He's got all the hard drives. Yeah, so kids, don't do this at home. We're paid professionals.
Denim in the chat says that he does do it at home. He says that he smokes while pumping gas, and it's all good. It's safe.
Really?
So, first of all, I don't trust Denim's recommendation as a fire marshal for even the littlest bit. And second of all, Denim, you have told me multiple times that you stopped smoking. So knock it off.
Don't be an asshole, Juan.
Juan.
You know, it would be nice.
Let me show you something.
This could have all been prevented if maybe gas stations would put up a few signs around the gas pumps to like not smoke or not light
Or-
fire or anything like that.
Exactly.
Maybe
Oh, I
women
would have
can
sued
learn
him
not
so
to pump
hard if I
gas
blew
while
up.
I'm flicking lighters.
Oh my god!
My favorite fucking
Hashtag feminist.
my favorite gas station sign is the one that says, "Jesus Christ, don't get back in your car, you'll blow up."
Yeah.
I love how Jose whispered into the mic to say that joke. Join us again next week for yet another Popcast Classic.
That could never air today.
It shouldn't have aired then.
No.
Just stumbled upon that one randomly.
Whoops. Well, I went to take a piss, and when I came back, I thought you guys were talking about something else, and I was starting to respond.
Oh shit! I thought that I heard your voice twice on there.
You did. I was like, man, these guys just aren't even answering.
Oh my god!
Well, I went and took a piss. I came back, and
And then
Wait,
did
was Jose interacting with the
yes.
past?
you didn't hear your own voice?
No, that's what I'm saying. When I came back was towards the end. I was done talking. That's why I didn't hear me telling the story. So I thought I missed coming back from the break. It was you and I think Mahoney talking. So I answered back. Nothing back. And then I hear the music and I was like, oh God, no wonder I was like, how is Mahoney on mute and talking?
I can't believe you licked a lighter at a gas station, Jose.
That's what I do. I don't know.
That is so out of character.
My bad. Never did it since.
Oh, God.
Good. A fucking Juan being like, yeah, no, I do that all the time. It's
Right.
It's definitely not fine.
Nah, you catch some of them fumes, you go kabooms.
Put that on a poster.
Catch
Catch the fumes, you go kabooms.
the more you know.
From Jose the Smoky Man.
Hey.
You have those moments though where you're like, oh fuck, I could have just died, and then
Yeah.
you're like rattled for a while, and then every so often you think back to that day and be like, yeah, I could have fucking died that day.
Especially when you're like, I could have almost died, and it would have completely been my fault.
Yeah.
I was over at my dad's house. We're sitting outside.
He's
gardening.
the fucking king of the near-death experience.
Yeah, and he pointed at the tree and he was like, "Yeah, man, I almost fucking died there." And I was like, "Yeah, you almost died there." I pointed to like 4 other locations, and then we just sat there and reminisced about all the times we almost died.
Sounds like Lee
Kill
and I
did
toy
that
fair.
Jose with Bedline.
Shit's nuts. Almost killed him and saved him in the same time, same stroke.
Life's
Wait,
precious.
We shared a joint together, and I gave him a really bad cold because his immune system's really low because of the chemo, which is why I'm worried about this shit.
Yeah.
Because
Right. Yeah.
he's already one of those
Immunocompromised.
like a regular
yeah.
cold can fuck him up to begin with. So
Yeah, he's not leaving the house, right?
no, I don't know. I hope not. I mean, I tell him don't leave the house, and he's like, no, I'm staying here. And then he tells me a story about being out. And I'm like, I thought you just said you weren't going nowhere. He's like, no. I mean, except for that. And then like 20 minutes later, he's like, and then I went and did this. I was like, fucking stop.
It's like, today was the day I'm gonna get into comic books.
Yeah, I want to know what's up with Batman.
Yeah, and then I went and licked a bunch of toilet seats.
But he ended up in the hospital with this bad cold. And when they were checking him, they found blood clots in his lungs.
Oh shit.
So he had the blood clots first. They would have never found the blood clots if he wasn't sick.
Yeah, it's like when Michael Scott runs over Meredith, and then they find out she might have rabies.
Yeah.
You saved his life.
It took me. I had to burn it down to build it back up. So I don't know. It's stupid. I hope it turns out cool. Because if a fucking cold gets them, all the bullshit we've been through.
It turns out cool too.
I mean, that's all we can wish for, right? Is it to turn out cool?
Governor Jose. Yeah, I just hope it all turns out cool.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, if I was holding a press conference, I wouldn't be reading that with my fingers. I mean, fuck, dude. Take a couple classes.
Jose has a press conference. That's definitely going to turn out cool.
Yeah.
I hope.
Put everybody at ease.
Yeah.
I almost just had a pretty cool death where I inhaled a flamin' limon Dorito chip apparently into my lungs and nearly fucking died over here on mute.
That's how you get the Rona.
But it's good. I'm fine. I think actually putting a flamin' limon Dorito chip into your lungs gets rid of the Rona.
Oh, you know,
I do believe I'm immune.
Yeah. Don't say that. Hopefully Trump doesn't listen to this because he'll be talking about it in front of the podium tomorrow.
Okay to print on DonaldTrump.com.
As he reads. So many reads. With his fingers. Too many fingers. So
Saw
many
that
fingers.
shit.
In fact, millions and millions of fingers.
So that shit where he's like, so doctor, we don't have many press in here right now, but someday, do you think they'll all be in here like they used to be, or is this the way it's going to be forever?
What a little idiot.
We're in such trouble, you guys.
Well, yeah.
That's what happens when you elect a game show host.
You get game show results.
Sorry, a game show host with dubious business background.
You're infected.
It's okay, you guys. Biden's over there on version 47.5 of his leadership speech. He's just waiting for the right moment to drop it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say version 47.5 of his operating system. For some reason, there's still this bug where he just sniffs the back of little girls' heads.
He's a
That's
weirdo.
so fucking creepy.
He likes the way the youth smells.
So we get an illiterate or a youth smeller, huh? That's our choices.
Fucking stop smelling the kids and read without your goddamn fingers.
Give these speeches and remember how when you were a kid and you'd take a speech class, whatever, and they'd be like, okay, yeah, now you got to give your speech in front of the whole class, but make sure you don't read it, right? You can't just read it. No one wants to see you just read it.
Yeah, you got to look up.
You have to look up, from time to time,
Engage
and that's
the
how people know
audience.
you're giving a speech and not reading. Like when you're a fucking third grader.
Yeah.
And when the president does that, you can always tell because he's like, he's all like, yeah, this virus is bad. We're in a war, and then he'll look up and go, it's a bad war. It's a very, very bad war.
So many wars.
Virus is bad.
Yeah, he starts to editorialize.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when he goes down, he looks down again with his finger, like, we're working with the best doctors from all around this great nation. Looks up, it's a great nation. They're great doctors. It's a great nation, and also
So many great doctors.
And stop making fun of Asian people. The Asian Americans all over the world are helping us take down this virus. It's like, yeah, no, you can't do that after calling it the China virus for 6 weeks.
Did you see the he was like, what do they call it? What else do they call it? Kung Fu virus?
Christ.
Kung Flu.
Do you didn't hear that? The first time, the one I saw, he's like, that stuck to me from the beginning when he opened up with the Chinese virus. But the first question was like, the lady called him out, was like, why'd you call it that? Like, why are you coming off combative? And then she brought up, what do you think of them also calling it the Kung Fu virus? And he was like, is that what they're calling it? And he kind of almost like chuckled, like, oh, that's a good one.
Oh my God.
He's like, I'm going to use that one to the Twitter.
He's talking that he wants to see full churches on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, that shit
no,
ain't
get the
gonna
fuck
happen.
out of here, man. You guys are gonna fuck us up. Stay home, motherfuckers.
You know what? I want to see full church on Easter Sunday too. Let's roll this motherfucker out. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
like if they're like filling churches on Easter Sunday and we stay at home, like this might all work itself out.
I'm saying, let's see full church on Easter Sunday. I'm with it. Go on, let's go.
If you don't want to be like Italy, calm the fuck down and chill at home, man.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna be Italy.
I've been in Italy for the past week.
I've been thinking about that Super Mario Brothers commentary and so many Italian slurs in that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look, they're my people. It's fine.
You don't remember calling them dirty, greasy eye towels on numerous occasions?
Oh, who did that?
I think you're putting words in my mouth. It's all out of context, Nice.
I mean, I might have said that.
It was a different time.
I'd believe Mayor Lee. Oh, is that what's going to keep you out of being a mayor?
Remember when they turned that guy into a monkey and I was like, wait, what's the difference? Oh, God. All right.
Let's do
Okay,
a top
so-
6.
Let's do a top 6.
Top 6.
I still like 6.
Pulling a bit of an audible this week. If you were on the edge of your seat thinking, oh, man, this is it. We're gonna start the fandom tournament. It's going to be great. Well, I'm sorry. We're not doing that this week.
Too much of a bummer.
Decided to light a candle to curse the darkness a little bit. And, just enough horrible things that maybe we don't want to just be shitting on people for, 30 minutes.
Right.
Although,
we'll shit on you later.
Prime example, just real quick.
We coming. We coming for you.
We'll be coming for you.
We're going to be shit. We're going to be diarrhea.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan?
One of the Facebook groups I'm in, it's a Power Rangers buy sell thread. It's a private group of people that sell shit. Really taking toy nerds as a number one seed after all, perhaps. Well, this fucking random asshole making a post saying, hey, anybody panic selling their collection yet? Because I'm buying.
Oh my god. Panic selling for what? Like to raise funds to go buy toilet paper? Like
yeah, or like medicine, like whatever. Like
whatever. Right.
You panic selling your shit for essentials? Because I'll buy the Megazords, you fucking creep.
God,
that's dark.
It was super gross.
Hey man, hey, just like those people that were charging to take care of your pets if you don't survive the Y2K or some shit.
What?
Yeah, it was like businesses. It was like put it down a deposit, and if you don't survive, we'll take care of your pets.
Wow,
I
missed
some weird
rapture too.
Times like this bring out some interesting fucking schemes.
Yeah,
schemes and scams.
That's why it's a good idea to stay in.
They be calling though.
So yeah, so given the fact that most of us can't leave the house unless you take the world's most expensive Uber ride, like Nice, maybe we'll fucking we'll talk about the lighter side of things. So we threw up on the Discord and on the Twitter, said top 6 people you would like you could stand to be quarantined with.
Well, I think someone came up with the idea just off the cuff, just as a joke, and we ran with it. I think it might have been either J-Pop or Mel. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but yeah, it was kind of just a joke thing right off the bat. But then they're like, "Fuck it, let's give it a shot."
Well, you know what? That's not a bad one. That's a pretty good one. And so fucking as per usual with the top 6, no rules. Like if you wanted to
Outback.
Say this is all at one time or one person, whatever the fuck, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like, I think most people decide to go with this is the 6 people that I could be with, but just one at a time, doesn't matter. Whatever.
Yeah, that's how I took it. Like all of us are in the house together.
Yeah. Just a fucking sweet ass cabin, hanging out, riding the fucking storm.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we sweet ass cabin, or as we discussed today, the terrorist house.
Yeah, and my family's fine, my wife is fine. These are just the 6 people that I want to hole up with.
Yeah, I did not I took it as we're not picking like real people.
Right. Because if
Yeah,
we were
I
picking
just
just
wanna
real,
shout out to my kids because like they got to be somewhere, so I guess they might as well be with me. Although I can tell you from real life experience that there's some dark times in there when you're quarantined with your kids. So like, oof.
But I
Not
also
right.
took it as like they're kind of as the package. They're in there with you.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. So
Yeah, we'll see. Depends on how they're acting.
I mean, we'll see.
I said, if you
If I can somehow manage to get Jason Statham in the house, they can go fucking hang out with some YouTube asshole. I'm just saying.
Lee's like, don't embarrass me in front of Jason Statham.
Yeah. Because I guess if they did a list, would their dad be on the list?
I can guarantee it would not. I would not be on.
It
Oh,
would
I'd
be-
be on Jackson's list. He fucking digs me.
Yeah, no, you'd absolutely be on Jax's list.
Yeah. He's always like, God, who's quiet? Who's going to be the fuck alone the most likely for 6 weeks?
Yeah.
She's a real tweenie, you guys. Real tweenie.
Yeah, see, that's kind of how I put logic. I tried to put logic into my list because it was, I don't really want to be around 6 people. Like, I'm fine with just me and my wife right now, but for the exercise, like, these are the 6 people that I would get something from and also not be completely annoyed by, that I would want to murder them.
It's tough, man.
Hopefully.
It's tough. So, since you are the recently survived Nyes, I want you to kick us off. Take us home. What we got?
All right. So, going back to my top 6 crushes shout outs, I'm bringing in Claire from Bon Appetit because she's cool, she's calm, she's even tempered, she's a cute pastry chef, and she can cook me gourmet bagel bites. Like, that's somebody else. I think it was Shark picked Gordon Ramsay. And like, if we're picking like a famous chef or someone to cook meals for you, I would much rather have Claire because she's a very calming, soothing way about her that would kind of keep things chill in the house.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay got no fucking chill, man.
Yeah.
No, I will say, in defense of Gordon Ramsay, if you watch him on any of the shows that are broadcast on British television,
much more chill.
He's very chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you watch it just like one of his little, like he's at home cooking tutorials, he's kind of...
Yeah, but like you put him in America where he's got to teach people things, he's like, no, I'm going to scream at you.
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
what Fox wants from me.
I don't want to fuck up, and then he puts 2 pieces of bread on either side of my head and calls me an idiot sandwich.
He just keeps saying,
Boy,
rocks.
I can't think of anything worse than Nyes being stuck in isolation with a Gordon Ramsay who just yelled at him.
Oh, I would not like that.
I would not like that.
I would prefer Seth Rogen, who has a great laugh. Apparently, Snoop Dogg says he has the best weed on the planet. And he also loves to smoke meats. So I feel like he's a triple threat there.
Yeah, there you go.
We can hang out, get high, laugh, fucking watch some movies, smoke some meats, talk about his craft, shit like that. So then I went, this is my only fictional character. And I went with Nick Fury. He can keep an eye on things. He can be security. He has all the connections to know when shit is going to hit the fan. And also, it's like he's not even there. He's like, he'll pop up if something's important, but otherwise you don't even notice that Nick Fury's there. Every so often you'll walk into the barn and then Nick Fury will be like, hey, fucking 9,000 people died. You're almost out of toilet paper. You better fucking get your shit together. My number 3 is The Rock. Keep me motivated, get me into shape. Fucking, like, what better type of fitness guru could you have than The Rock? I'm sure he's got some real dope anabolic steroids that he could share with me, too. My number 2 is Rainn Wilson, who played Dwight on The Office, who does Soul Pancake now, and he does a lot of charity work. He's very spiritual and intellectual, and I feel like we could brainstorm ideas on how to get out of this whole scenario, and then also just talk to him about The Office all day. And then my last one, I figured I was kind of struggling, and I didn't want to pick somebody to be like, I'm gonna fucking fuck her or whatever. But it would not be the worst thing in the world to have some eye candy around, and fucking
You got The Rock.
You got The Rock, but also, what if you bring in Xia Li, who has one of the best thirst trap Instagrams in the game? She can work out with me and Rock. If she needs help with some of her thirst pics, I can hold the camera, or I can towel her off afterwards. Like, how cool would it be just kind of chill out in your house, and then there's Xia Li fucking doing shirtless handstands in the backyard. Bless her heart.
That's some shit you don't see every day.
Yeah, for real.
No, that's a solid pick. That's a good list. I like it.
And I feel like that group would get along.
Yeah.
Everybody would pull their weight. And, worst case scenario, The Rock and Xia Li end up banging. Yeah, I wouldn't mind watching that.
I was gonna say, can you watch?
I feel like The Rock is on a lot of lists. And
Just
I
nice.
think
And Seth Rogen in the corner watching The Rock and Xia Li bang. Just
you know what? That sounds kind of fucking great. Getting pastries delivered from Claire.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's awesome. I feel like The Rock is on a lot of lists. I bet hour 3 of The Rock, it turns bad real fast. Like, I bet The Rock is fun and exciting to hang out with until that third hour when you're like, we already fucking heard that story, Rock.
He's just too amped.
But he's also
and you're
got
just like,
Rock, we've already worked out for 2 hours.
yeah, like you just go over to
No,
the
that was the
corner.
pre.
with-
That was pregame. That was
You're
pre.
over
That
in
was
the
the
corner
warm-up.
with Claire, and you're like, this fucking guy, right?
He's also got his own shit, though. He's got a lot of irons in the fire, so.
Oh, he's gonna make all you guys wear Under Armour.
Yeah.
Everyone.
All that means is that he can't just chill. Like, he can't just relax. You're in quarantine. Just relax, Rock.
If like
Yeah,
the last
like-
time The Rock killed was 1992.
Yeah, he's like, you want to do some fucking push-ups? And you're like, no,
The
I
Instagram,
want to fucking chill.
the last Instagram thing he did, he was like completely drenched, like he just got out of a pool. he's probably just sweating all over the house.
I think, personally,
Not just like my man.
I think The Rock is a terrible choice. He's going to ruin the whole fucking vibe of isolation.
He's gonna fuck all y'all by the time it's over.
Solid pick. Solid list. Nice. I like it. I see him. Oh shit! I lost my Discord. Fuck.
I got the Discord. Oh
I've got
shit! I
mine.
just lost it. Hang on, I got it back. Well, because every now and then you open the app and it's like, oh, you want to see newer posts? It's like, no, I had it where I wanted it to be.
What we got,
All right.
Kelly? Who's on Discord?
We got Sharks list. Number
Hit it.
6, Jim Gaffigan. Number 5, Howard Stern. Number 4,
I don't want
George
to be in
Clooney?
a fucking elevator with Howard Stern.
no, Howard Stern. I feel like would annoy me within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Number 4, George Clooney. Number 3, Weird Al. Number 2, Bear Grylls. And number 1, Gordon Ramsay.
You imagine Weird Al just on his accordion the entire time.
Oh, again, you're in like you are quarantined.
with Gordon Ramsay
And,
and Weird Al on his accordion.
And then Bear Grylls is
Weird
just
Al.
Drinking everyone's piss.
yeah. Bear Grylls
You're
like,
like-
you consider drinking your piss, mate.
Yeah, you're like, Al, we're just trying to watch fucking Netflix, dude.
Mate, drink
Just-
your piss.
Relax.
Drink your piss, mate. God damn it, Al.
But yeah, I don't want to be even around Howard Stern. If I was at a place and Howard Stern was there and he was like introducing himself to people and talking, I wouldn't go over.
Yeah,
I'd be like, that's fine.
No.
That's fine.
I don't need that in my life.
Yeah.
If
George
somebody
Clooney's
came
probably-
over and was like, hey man, you want to meet Howard Stern? He's signing autographs. I'd be like, no,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Baba booey, baba booey.
Yeah. I feel like George Clooney is probably a good hang, but I don't know.
Yeah, George Clooney seems like a decent guy to hang out with.
Yeah.
George Clooney can fucking chill.
Yeah.
He can relax.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want George Clooney like in my house, like judging.
I do think George Clooney would be a good shit talker.
Oh yeah.
So you don't want to be the one George Clooney's talking shit about. But you want to sit at the table with him and be like, fucking Weird Al on that accordion, huh?
Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Like, how many days till Gordon stabs Weird Al right in the neck?
God damn it, Al! Jim Gaffigan finally snaps and just slaps the shit out of Weird Al.
That's an interesting list, Shark. I don't know what to make of this one. That's a weird one.
It's really all over the place, but it's a cool list.
It's not bad. All right, so I tried to have a little bit of logic behind mine as well. All right, so again, shout out to my
I didn't
kids.
go with any logic. I just picked random people.
No, you got to think of it for the long haul, and this one came together pretty quickly for me.
Chris Benoit.
Fucking.
Oh my god. He's not in it for the long haul.
Cheating a little bit, but fucking you guys. I've been you guys with fucking cabinet and quarantine. They would do well. That's one of the things I said when we got back from New York. Is I was like, man, I've been with these guys for a long time, and I want to kill any of them not once. Kelly and I were together pretty much every waking moment for several days, and we both made it out okay.
Showering together.
Yep. Just lathering up.
Kelly's like, God damn, you're fairy. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. It helps that I go to bed early.
Yeah, probably.
Because then you can just have your nighttime.
Within every waking moment, and then a lot of the time when Kelly wasn't having waking moments.
Yeah. He was just watching me. Like, you still asleep? Man, I'm still asleep.
And then fucking I can't not put my lady on this list because I can't imagine being locked up anywhere for a long time without her being there because she's fucking really awesome and it's great to be around. So
what if I would have picked 5 celebrities and Lee's wife?
I'd be like, you know what? Solid list. My wife is a fucking delight.
She is.
So now going a little bit outside the box a little. I'm going Corey Taylor of Slipknot and Stone Sour. We share a lot of similar interests. He's a good conversationalist, and unlike Weird Al, we're gonna have some pretty rad songs. Write some, there'll be inspiration in this to write some fucking cool new songs. It'd be great.
I'm just picturing Weird Al sitting outside of the house you're all in, just playing the accordion.
Oh my
Damn it,
god.
Al.
Like, you're gonna be sitting at the table, right? You're all gonna be sitting at the table. You're gonna be eating whatever frozen food you made. Weird Al's gonna come up. He's gonna sit top of the chair with his feet on like where your ass is supposed to go, and you're all just gonna be like, "What is the matter with you, Al? Why are you like this?"
He's like, I'm
No!
weird.
Talk to Corey Taylor over here. Fuck. Break.
Hey, Lee, I got a Twinkie Wiener dog.
Next up, I'm going Joe Rogan because
Oh
Joe
god.
Rogan.
Another one I don't even want to be in the elevator with.
Oh, man.
I still can't get over the phrase "a Twinkie wiener dog."
Kelly's never seen UHF, you guys.
UHF is
Oh,
I have not.
great movie. That's
UHF.
In
is
UHF,
great.
Weird Al takes a Twinkie, cuts it in half, puts a hot dog in it, and then sprays spray cheese on it, and it's a Twinkie Wiener dog.
Oh god.
Okay.
You could do worse. Say it. UHF is not a good movie, but it's a great movie.
Oh, UHF is amazing.
fantastico.
So Joe Rogan gets a bad rap. Joe Rogan can talk about anything. So
Illuminati.
among everything. Much like, the Rock side, but he'll get me working out and shit. We can train jujitsu together, so I'll keep those muscles sharp as well. Man can hunt. Man can smoke meats. Smoke other things as well. Joe Rogan's gonna be a good guy to have around.
What kind of thread is that? So he
What?
can smoke other things as well.
Yeah. Smoking whatever he needs. He'll smoke all kinds of shit.
Smokes a lot of weed.
Yeah, smokes a lot of weed.
Smoke your ass. You keep that up, Jose.
And then on the
this
other
climate.
side of that, I'm bringing Sarah Underwood because
yes.
Nicole needs a workout buddy as well. She's real good at roughing it these days. She's got a very minimalist lifestyle, so I think she could help us all get on board with what it would take to live in a long-term quarantine environment like we are. If we're out in the fucking woods, she's like, I got you.
Yeah.
Between her and Joe Rogan, I think we're gonna be okay. I think they'll help us out. She's gonna hunt. She's gonna cook. She'll get the tiny house feng shui going on. That'll be great. It'll be fine.
No.
Yeah.
No.
For those
No.
that don't know, Sarah Underwood was the Playboy Playmate who did naked yoga and is now on Instagram taking risque pictures in front of great natural vistas, and she rides around with a fucking tiny house these days.
Real tremendous Instagram account.
Yeah. Great side boob, real killer butt. A+. Shiny,
Yeah.
oily
And just
sometimes.
great.
And just living a very a very weird life that I cannot possibly see myself living. But in a situation like this, she'd be handy to have around.
Right.
Now, here's the deal. You're going to send Joe Rogan out to hunt, right? And the first day he's going to come back and he's going to be like, oh, yeah, no, man, we didn't find anything. Like, we're going to go back out tomorrow, though. It'll be cool. And you're going to take that same story for 4 days. And then you're going to be like, Joe Rogan, I'm not sure you fucking know what you're doing, Joe Rogan. Because he's not coming back with any food.
See, I don't think so. I think
What
he would
happens
lose
if he
his
comes
fucking
back with
mind.
a deer?
He's not coming back with a deer.
You sure?
He's
I'm
like,
positive.
welcome to Fear Factor.
Mahoney, you don't realize that Joe Rogan's one of those chicken people that you love.
Oh, that fits so much.
Excuse me. What now?
There is, right now, Kelly, there's a lot of bad things about this pandemic. The worst thing, one of the worst things about this pandemic, is that all these people who own their own chickens have never felt prouder of themselves.
Oh.
They're all validated and vindicated and just smiling ear to ear because they got eggs for days.
I had to get up during our conference call today to walk over and close the fucking window because my neighbor's chickens were losing their minds.
Yeah.
Just screaming.
Yeah.
They just ate something really good.
Horrible.
It's like your cat. Your neighbor is standing in the fucking grocery store being like, oh, yeah, no, man, they're out of eggs, but, I got chickens, so
Good thing I didn't need those.
not a problem for me.
Let me tell you something. You ever try and milk these chickens? Works great.
You squeeze them till the liquid comes out and you drink it right up.
Cadbury eggs fly out.
And then my last pick for who we're going to be quarantined with for any extended period of time is the disembodied hands from those tasty videos, because them shit can cook anything out of anything.
And really fast too, within a minute.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need the body. Doesn't matter who the fuck.
They've got all the ingredients for whatever you want.
Just whip together any kind of crazy off the wall shit from whatever Joe Rogan can pull out of the forest and we can find in the cabinets.
Joe Rogan's coming home with fucking berries. Red poisonous berries that he found
Do you
on a
not know
tree.
that Joe Rogan hunts?
No, I don't believe for a second that Joe Rogan is a successful hunter.
Why not?
Yes.
No, I refuse. I refuse to believe it.
That's just a fact. No, that's just the thing that is. That's why he's on the list.
There's no way. There's no way.
Hey, Mahoney.
What?
What do you think Joe Rogan's opinions on the moon landing are?
Oh my god. I think Joe Rogan thinks the moon landing went down exactly how I think all of his hunting trips went down. I think Joe Rogan goes out in the woods, eats whatever mushrooms he can find, and then comes home with some turkey that his friend shot and is like, check it out, we shot a turkey.
That doesn't make sense.
He's like, between the two of us, we killed 3 turkeys today. And his friend's like, I killed 3 turkeys today. And he's like, right. That's what I said.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. That's what I got.
I mean, it all checks out.
Fucking love it.
Who's next?
Did we lose Knives?
No, I'm here.
Is he gone? Oh, he's there.
I threw to you for the Discord. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Didn't hear you. We got
Yeah, I didn't hear
Kristen.
it.
I'm surprised you didn't pick Guy. I'm surprised you didn't pick your Oprah.
Oh, me picking Guy Fieri?
Dude, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, no, he's too much.
Yeah.
I need some even keeled, chill.
Hey, man, you
Again.
gotta try this donkey sauce.
He can't chill.
Guy, I've
He
tried
can't
the
chill,
donkey
and
sauce on
he-
several things you've given me already today.
He would never get along with The
Donkey
Rock.
Punch sauce.
You
Yeah.
would never get along with The Rock. Just 2 clashing alpha males.
Yeah, because they would just be, they'd both be on the go all the time, but for different reasons, and they would not get along.
Yeah, like, you know.
Who do you think what's more?
Definitely The Rock.
You know, we posed the idea of, you know, you could pick fictional characters, you could pick dead people, and I was like, oh, who dead would I like to quarantine with? I was like, John Belushi, Chris Farley. And I was like, no, I don't want to quarantine with Chris Farley.
No.
Every
Yeah.
piece
No.
of furniture in your house would be crushed. So, sorry, Guy. You're gonna die.
Quarantine in a van down
Yeah.
by the river.
Who
So-
was the person who, when the dead people became an option, we said they were going to be quarantined with the 5 Spice Girls and the corpse of Abraham Lincoln?
Zero.
That's pretty good.
So Kristen Allen picks number 6, Adam Rippon, who's the Olympic figure skater, super gay. He has a fun personality. He could show me how to get abs. There'd be cocktails and trash TV, and I'm going to assume since he can ice skate, he can roller skate, so he could teach me in the driveway. Number
But
5,
if he can only operate on ice, though,
that'd be
he's like,
pretty
I
wild.
can't do that dry shit.
Number 5, Anthony Porowski from Queer Eye Food and Wine. He's the Queer Eye Food and Wine guy. Our meals would be A+. He loves dogs as much as I do. Oh, did he marry one ever? I doubt it. I'd have, and she'd have an in-house French teacher. Number 4, Nick Offerman. There'd be a large supply of scotch. I'd be able to take a master class in woodworking, and I'm sure lots of other building and DIY lessons. He would be handy, Nick Offerman.
Yeah.
He'd be handy to have around.
And and also real chill personality.
Right.
I don't know, Mahoney, you gonna tell us that Nick Offerman's never built anything now?
No, because I've seen Nick Offerman build something. I have never seen Joe Rogan successfully kill an animal.
Number 3, Stevie Nicks. Put a piano in the house and you'd have the best musical, mystical, creative quarantine. Number 2, Martha Stewart. She's quiet. She can cook. She's a dog person. We could do crafts and garden, and she's BFS with Snoop. So I feel like she could bake us some quality edibles. Oh, man, you're going to space.
Solid.
And number 1, Michelle Obama. She'd keep us active, have quality meals. We could garden, and you'd have someone around who can give you the ultimate pep talk to make you feel better about the state of things. Plus, we'd have Secret Service on tap for any needs that would arise, and they would find us toilet paper.
Not bad.
I like that, the Secret Service. That's kind of the same logic I had behind Nick Fury, is that having a direct line to the top to know what's going on, I think is important.
I just want to point out, though, that everybody that we've talked about so far has had someone on their list that's like, yeah, and they'll kind of get us working out and keep us active, whatever. Real quick, show of hands. Who's working out more in this quarantine right now? Just saying.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, never.
Not at
I
all.
Hey.
I haven't done a push-up.
I just got out of the hospital. Give me a break.
Closed the jiu-jitsu gym, and I'm like, fuck it. I guess I'm going to eat half a bag of Chips Ahoy now.
Yeah.
Literally, when I was
had-
making my list, I was thinking of people, and I had Zia Lee on my list, and I scratched her off and was like, nah, she'd make me work out.
Yeah, I had grand plans, and then Knives got admitted, and I ate 3/4 of a bag of Nutter Butters. So I was like, "Oh well, maybe next pandemic."
I was doing so good, and now I'm like, fuck it. Just eat it all.
I'm going to have to mow the lawn at some point, so I know I'm going to at least get some exercise.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, that's right. You have a house now.
Yeah.
That's a thing you have to do now. Gross.
Yeah, I just paid someone to do that shit for me.
Oh no, I got all kinds of cool new electric lawn equipment.
Hey, I'm
Do they
excited.
make robots to mow your lawn yet?
They do.
They do, but they're not quite there yet.
Not quite. You know the story we talked about the Roomba spreading the shit everywhere. You don't want your foot involved in that, with a lawnmower.
That's true.
So the beauty of the robot lawnmowers is it mows like constantly. Like every night, the robot lawnmower just wanders your yard mowing your grass. So it cuts off the tiniest bit of grass, which is, number one, really good for your grass. And number two, your grass is just like always perfect.
Yeah.
Some real Truman Show shit.
It's great. I'm getting that someday.
But that's like, your yard's huge. You'd need you'd need like a platoon of those things.
That's why I'm waiting. I need them to get, better battery life. I need them to work out the kinks. And then when they're cruising and humming, I'm getting myself a robot lawn jockey.
There you go.
Whoa.
I'm back now.
We just talking
Lee,
about
there's two of you, Lee.
Yeah.
we just talking about robot lawnmowers.
It was like Google Chrome has quit unexpectedly, and I'm like, I should say so. It was quite unexpected.
Lee gives this show 2 thumbs up. Oh, 1 thumb up.
Oh, there you go.
That's a joke for only us.
So who did make your list, Kelly? Who's
My
not
list.
going to make you work out?
All right. So when I made my list, I didn't realize that they were all going to be together.
Don't have to be.
Okay. So these were all just going to be individual ones. So number 6, Michael Winslow. Because every now and then I can just be like, hey, Michael, what's a fire truck sound like?
Oh, my
And
God.
he'll do it, and I'll be like, you're damn right it does. And then I'll go on living my day.
I would absolutely choose Michael Winslow over Joe Rogan or Howard Stern.
Yeah, because
or
I
Weird
feel
Al.
like Michael Winslow would just leave you alone until like, hey, what's a blender sound like?
We might
Michael Winslow can read the fucking room and know when his sound effects are welcome and when it is not the right moment.
Exactly.
We might be able to get you in touch with Michael Winslow, Kelly. If you're serious about this.
Fucking Captain Techno?
Yeah,
we know him. We go way back.
Well, we'll talk after the show.
I will pay any price to have Kelly quarantined with Michael Winslow.
It would be great if at the end of this top 6 we're like, well, everybody, guess who's moving in? The 6 people you just chose.
You know what? Bring him in, Michael. Come on in. Michael, what's a car sound like? It sure does sound like that, Michael. All right, my number 5 is the main character of Berserk, Guts. Purely because
Guts?
I think he could use a vacation and just to really not have anything completely terrible happen to him. Like, I'd just be like, hey, buddy, you want to read some books? Well, let me give you some books. And that's it. Like, I would just leave him to himself and just say, hang out. You don't have to murder anyone here, and nothing bad's going to happen to you for a little while, so just chill out for 2 weeks or whatever.
Taking a whole lot for granted, Kelly.
Yeah. Well, no matter whatever's going to happen to me, is nowhere near anything that's happened to him in his series.
Fair enough.
A lot of bad shit happens in that book. Number 4, I went with Jack Kirby. Because I feel like I could just leave him in a room to work on stuff, and then every now and then peek in and be like, hey, what you working on? And he'd be like, Fantastic Four. And be like, all right, cool. And then he'd be like, you want a page? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
I feel like Jack Kirby's going to come walking into the kitchen, and you're going to just be trying to enjoy your lunch, and he's going to be like, there's fucking crumbs on the counter again. And it's going to be a half an hour of him yelling at everybody. Just everybody in the house. Just Jack Kirby holding court, telling you all why you suck.
Well, the nice thing is, if you just leave him be and don't tell him what time it is, he'll just keep working. Because there is plenty of stories of like his wife would end up having to be like, Jack, it's time to go to bed, and he'd be like, okay, and then he'd just go to bed.
Yeah, but eventually he's gonna get hungry for toast.
Yeah. He used to like he crashed. They wouldn't let him drive because he kept crashing his car because he'd be thinking about comics.
That's a weird flex, Jack Kirby.
Yeah. Like eventually,
That sounds like what you tell the cops when you're a fucking raging alcoholic. Like, oh, sorry, I was just thinking about Mr. Miracle again.
Yeah, eventually his wife was just like, you can't drive anymore, bud. I'm driving you everywhere because you keep drifting off thinking about fucking Silver Surfer.
He's like, I just want to fuck Silver Surfer. He looks like he'd be smooth.
This is how Macho Man died.
Macho Man's like, yeah, you get that surfboard to float, you just bend him over it.
Oh yeah, you take the surfboard and use it like a table and bend them over. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just ravage that tight little silver butthole. Mm.
Put that in the intro.
Oh yeah. All right, number 3, we're getting into the horny section of the list. Going Lee up top, Sarah Underwood.
Yep.
Oh, I'm glad I feel like I brought Sarah Underwood's Instagram into you guys' lives.
Buddy, no, I've known her for a while. She used to be on the G4 shows.
It's true.
I tracked her down, and then that's kind of like we found her Instagram like right around the same time.
Nice.
Because I'd watched a YouTube video about the history of G4, and I was like, I wonder what these people are up to. And
Wonder
I looked
what
up her
that
Instagram, and I was like, oh man, her Instagram's great.
What a tight little package.
Yeah. I miss G4. That was a good channel.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Number 2 is one that I would not have put on here before Friday. Because that's when Nyes sent us a picture of some sweet hoots and a Nintendo Switch with Animal Crossing on it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep, so April O'Neil goes on the list.
Every
I was like,
You'd have a lot to
what
talk
is this,
about, I feel like.
Yeah.
Picture of Mary?
Yeah.
Every so often I forget that April O'Neil's a porn star, and then there's tits. It's just like
yeah,
the-
that's
And then
why
she
I
reminds
don't.
you.
That's why I don't follow her on Twitter, but I do follow her on Instagram.
Every now and then I forget she really sucked off turtles.
Oh, God.
and you're not gonna
Oh
see
yeah,
any,
that's right.
you're not gonna see any tits on Instagram.
Exactly.
Mm-mm-mm.
Won't sneak into my feed when I don't want it to. I mean, I still don't open my Instagram in public.
Remember when I couldn't find the hot dog man fast enough?
I'm like, I'm at work.
Oh, just some tits and Animal Crossing. Sorry.
And it was really an intersection of my interests. But yeah, no, I feel like we'd have a lot to talk about.
She seems
And
nice.
then, yeah, no, she seems cool. And then number 1, Lee, I'm kind of surprised you didn't have this one.
What we got?
Because it's perfect person to have with you during a pandemic.
It's Goat.
It's Goat, yeah. No, it is Emu from Kamen Rider X-Aid.
You know, that's
Why
true.
wouldn't I want a doctor who has special Kamen Rider powers to fight diseases?
That's very true.
Nice.
That's a
He's
solid
the
pick.
best person to have with you.
Nope, that is a solid pick. We've had that shit over with in 10 minutes. We brought it in.
And when we're not fighting the viruses, we'll just play video games.
And if you're really creative about it, you'll be able to fight the virus whilst playing those video games.
Exactly. Yeah, no,
No,
he was.
no.
I instantly thought of him and I was like, all right, cool. Time to spend like the next 8 hours trying to figure out 5 other people.
And then when you figure out the virus, you find out it's all been a VR game.
Yep. I didn't think of Michael Winslow until like 7 o'clock. And I was like, fuck it. That guy makes funny noises. He's on the list.
It's an inspired pick. He
Thank
might
you.
be the best pick of the night.
Good. I'm glad.
We're gonna make it happen.
Please don't invite Michael Winslow to my house.
I'm not going to invite him. You're going to get a knock at your door tomorrow. And you know what? He's not. He's gonna be doing it with his mouth. He's not even gonna actually
he's not
knock.
even gonna knock on the door.
You're gonna be like, "What fucking doorbell is that? That's not our doorbell."
No, I'll just be sitting like reading in the living room. And I'll just hear, "Hey, what's a doorbell sound like?" And I'll be like, "What? Ding dong!"
Oh Christ! All right, back to the Discord. What's Juan's list say, Mahoney?
Juan choose to be. He wants to be quarantined with one blocked message.
What it in fact says, he says, going with dead people who can tell me amazing stories to keep my mind off of things. Going with
But why not
David
live
Bowie.
people who can tell him amazing stories?
Yeah, I guess maybe because they can also tell him about the great beyond.
Oh,
maybe.
That's all. That's the first thing I ask any dead person. Like, holy shit, what was that like? So number 6, David Bowie. Number 5,
Their minds
Rodney.
are wiped like they were playing that Dragon Quest VR game where they're like they just don't remember anything.
Dude, I'd be so pissed.
David Bowie, but he doesn't know he's David Bowie.
Or he knows he's David Bowie, but he doesn't know he ever died.
Yeah,
So,
he
like,
doesn't
what do
know
you
he
mean?
died.
What do you mean? I never. Like, what are you talking about? Died?
Yeah, I'm right here.
What?
I'm here quarantined with you.
That's why
because of
ghosts
the
are
C
so
word.
mad because they're slowly discovering that they died.
It's like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Do you
gotta
think
be
in
so
Juan's quarantine he's also dead?
Maybe.
Is that what's happening here?
I think we just discovered why ghosts are always upset.
Terrible. Number
Because they're
5, Roddy
quarantined with
Piper.
Juan?
Number 4 is Janny Lane, who had to look up. Like, who the fuck is Janny Lane? He's the lead singer of Warrant.
Okay.
All right.
Juan fucking loves that guy.
Fucking Warrant. All right. You do you, Juan. Number 3, Stan Lee. Number 2, Leonard Nimoy. And number 1, Carrie Fisher.
Number 1,
right.
Kip Winger.
Are these dead people, are they coming to quarantine in the state they died in? Because
Yeah,
I don't want
I would hope to get
sad
everyone in their
ass
prime.
Stanley shuffling around my quarantine house making me depressed.
I would assume how you remember them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Okay.
Prime.
Okay.
Prime, whoever
Yeah,
this
Prime.
person is.
Okay.
Yeah, you got fucking Ziggy Stardust walking around with, like, you know, sexy mid-90s Stan Lee.
Yeah.
That's much better because old day, like final days Stanley is not somebody I want to hang out with.
Nah, solid.
You want to buy some blood?
Oh God.
What you got, Mahoney?
All right. So I'm going number 6. The dude who owns the roast beef place by me,
Oh,
and I want him to bring all his shit,
yeah.
and I want him to make me some roast beef.
Oh, I could
Legit,
feel it in
The
my.
best roast beef sandwich I've ever had.
I could feel it in my molars right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so good.
There's a part of me that hoped that Mahoney was just talking about Arby's.
No. This is nothing. This is no
He
Arby's.
doesn't think it's a chain. He just thinks it's his local place.
My favorite local roast beef place, Arby's.
I'm going to tell you about this pizza joint we got around us. It's called Domino's. It's very, very exotic.
Authentic.
Number 5, I need somebody to watch my kids because I can't all day long. I can't do that all day. Somebody.
Not anyone in particular.
Just somebody.
Just anybody.
What
I
if
don't care.
Michael Winslow watches your kids?
That's fine.
Fucking
If he's good at it, that's fine.
get Blippy.
Yeah,
Fuck that guy.
anybody. It's fine.
Blippy will
No.
shit on your kid,
My kids will probably shit on Blippy, so whatever.
and they'll just throw tickets at each other.
Number 4, I'm bringing in Infectious Lass. She's gonna keep every single one of us healthy. Okay? Because if you
Dark
can
horse
make people
candidate. I
sick,
like it.
you can make people sick. You can make them not sick, and
Yeah.
she's gonna watch over us. Number 3, I want Kevin Feige because if I'm gonna be in isolation for this long, I want to talk Marvel movies.
Yeah, and like get your ideas in, get your shit in.
Yeah, I want to know what's coming, and I want to be like, what about this? If you thought about this,
Right. That's a good call.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on number 2. I'm gonna say for number 1, I really just want all the people in my message chain. Okay, and if you're in the message chain, you know who you are. I just want all of you. I just want all of you so I can keep you all safe. Infectious Lass will keep us healthy. The roast beef guy will make us sandwiches.
Oh.
Kevin Feige will tell us what's coming in the Marvel movies, and my kids will be off being babysat, so it's gonna be great.
You're right, Michael Winslow. That's
Yeah.
what a fire alarm sounds like.
Get to
All
the
right.
chopper.
And the last person joining us all in Quarantine House is the Untitled Goose, because I want to watch that thing fuck with every one of you.
I like it.
That is some real watch the world burn shit right there.
Yeah. I'm the Goose and I are gonna have an understanding, but I'm gonna just sit back and watch.
Honk.
It's gonna be great.
Outstanding. Outstanding. And J-Pop in the chat writes in an honorable mention to Maki Ito. Says, I'm sure we could teach each other our native languages. Sasha Banks, because she probably has good choices in media to watch.
Sasha Banks has such a tight little body. Love it. Who's Maki Ito? I recognize that name.
The girl who's always given the finger in the pictures on Twitter and says she learned bad words.
Yeah,
Jojito's daughter.
She learned how to say rim job and all that.
Yeah.
Is she the one who's a pirate?
No.
No, Maki Ito's the one who got fired from her idol group because her face is too big.
Yes, wide face.
Okay.
I don't understand.
That's such a fucking thing to have said to you.
Onto his list proper, number 6, Jim Gaffigan. Twice we've had Jim Gaffigan on the list. That's very strange.
You guys
That's
really
just
want to fuck Jim Gaffigan, huh?
This is some real safe dad jokes.
I'd rather hang out with Jim Gaffigan over Joe Rogan.
No way. No fucking way.
I don't want to hang out with Jim Gaffigan, but I would agree I'd rather hang out with Jim Gaffigan than Joe Rogan.
Number 5,
Jim Gaffigan can get a deal.
Okada. His social media looks like a cool dude to hang out with, he says.
Yeah, no, Okada seems like a good hang.
Number 4, Patrick Stewart. Seems like a fun guy. I agree. He does seem like a really fun guy. Number 3, George Clooney, making his second appearance on the list tonight. Number 2, another Nick Offerman, since he'd like to learn how to woodwork. And this would be a good time to learn. Plus, he's a Cubs fan. And number 1, Dave Bautista, because he'd probably help whip his ass into shape. How many push-ups you doing, J-Pop, during this quarantine?
I bet Batista would be fun to hang out with.
No judgment, just asking, because I know I ain't doing shit.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart is another one who would know how to just chill out.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart would sit at the table, eating roast beef sandwiches, laughing at the goose.
Oh,
look at
goose.
that fucking goose.
Oh, what a goose you are.
Remind me of the one time me and Magneto fucked the goose.
Engage, goose.
What got next on Discord, Kelly?
All right, well, wait, because you skipped Juggalo John.
Did I?
Yeah, because he doesn't have a proper list. He just says, as I said before, see top 6 crushes, the top 3 from both the internet and porn star lists.
There you go.
And I said,
I almost went all 6 porn stars.
I said,
Nyes responds with, "You couldn't handle it."
Nope.
Nope. All right. Next up is Zero's list. Zero says, Kat and I agreed putting each other or our friends and family on the list would be boring.
Fuck you,
Also-
Zero. I want to hang out with my wife.
So I didn't think it was fair to put friends or family. I think it needs to just be weird people you'd would
Yeah,
never
I did
actually
nobody
hang out
I
with.
actually really had a chance to being with, or would probably pick me. Definitely not pick me on their list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So I guess in this world, I guess you guys can go back the fuck outside and catch the plague and die. So I had
they're
a
all
fucking
at my
spot
house.
for you.
I
They're all at my
want
house
Kelly.
having roast beef.
to change my
Yeah,
list.
but like I
want to.
said, I also assumed that like the family importance were with you anyways.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Okay.
There's no rules. Do your list how you want to do your list. I want to change my list. I want to put Lee's wife on my list.
There you go.
Now that we know it's cool.
All right, and then Zero says, also shout out to Elixir from X-Men. Wouldn't need a top 6 list because he'd just make a foolproof vaccine right now.
That's true.
All right, so Zero's list. Number 6, Rosie the robot from the Jetsons. She'll clean up after all of us, and she doesn't need to eat or poop.
Excellent pick. Excellent pick.
That's an excellent pick, and she's
a really
just
good
the
pick.
right level of sassy.
Yeah. But like, if you got sick of her, you could be like, Rosie, shut off.
Yep. Just turn her off if you're sick of her. Number 5, Justin Warner. We need someone to cook for us, and this guy #deleted channel, so we'd probably get along well enough.
Oh, #likes Japan shit. Did you delete likes Japan shit, or did you mute it?
I don't think I did. Maybe that's what.
You block likes
Guys,
Japan
I broke Discord on my phone.
You really did.
It still doesn't work entirely.
Why
well.
would you get rid of likes Japan shit?
I don't
You
know.
love Japan shit.
I don't know what I've done.
Kelly opened up his settings at one point in Discord and just took a hammer to everything.
Yeah. The funny thing is, like, I do get notifications on stuff now. But I've realized if I don't check a notification for a day, it's just like, oh, guess you don't want to ever hear from Discord ever again.
Well,
and then
likes Japan shit is not a deleted channel on our Discord, just to let you know.
No, it's still there.
Well, I need to figure that out.
Kelly's treating his Discord like a Star Wars door control panel, just blasting it.
All right, for Kanata from Lucky Star. She'd be fine with 2 weeks indoors, playing video games and watching TV. She'd get along with us all fine. Number 3, Elon Musk. Musk is a nerd with billions of dollars. We already know he is too #deleted channel. He'd fit in. Plus, after we survive all this, we're going to be best friends. That's the kind of friend you want.
Okay, counterpoint. Elon
Seems
Musk is not the kind of friend you want.
no,
Elon Musk is a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, no. I don't want to spend
Elon Musk,
with that guy.
forget about like, what did we give The Rock 3 hours before you're sick of him? 15 minutes into talking to Elon Musk, you're like, oh man, I've made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, no.
15 minutes into sitting at a table with Elon Musk and you're outside, just breathing in the virus.
Taking deep breaths.
Yeah, exactly. I described it earlier today that somebody is outside sucking in the air like the vacuum in Spaceballs, just looking for the virus.
Number 2, Rem and Ram from ReZero. With all these anime nerds, we could use some eye candy, plus they'd be able to help Justin with the cooking.
Who is Justin Warner?
He's a celebrity chef.
Okay.
He's one of the ones with the glasses and the fun hair.
All right.
Oh, narrows it down.
And number 1, Metroplex. He's not in quarantine with
Well,
us.
good.
We're in quarantine in him.
That's kind of dope. That's
While
good.
most people are stuck in a house together, we have an entire robot city to ourselves. Metroplex could physically prevent infected people from coming into the city. And if things go south, well, I'm sure there's no coronavirus on Cybertron.
That's actually
That's pretty great.
really good idea.
Love it.
That's really good.
Love it.
And then Cat's List. Number 6, Starlight from The Boys. She's a superhero, good for protection, and seems fun to get to know. Number 5,
Right.
Totoro, big and cuddly forest spirit. He'll make a comfy bed too. Who doesn't want to cuddle something cute while in quarantine?
It's true.
That's what Sarah Underwood is for.
Exactly.
Totoro's like, fuck all the time. Like, I got feelings too, you know. I'm not good just for cuddling.
Yeah. Number 4, Dr. Frankenstein. Self-proclaimed doctor. He might be awkward, but might make good company, maybe. He at least knows some unconventional medical stuff.
Also,
I'm not
might
saying
make
this
a
one so
person.
far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's kind of dubious.
You're gonna wake
Yeah,
up.
I'm not
with
seeing this at all. I've never said this before so far. That's a bad choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kat's great. I love her. But Dr. Frankenstein?
That's a bad call.
Not a good.
you gotta wake up with your head sewed to the carpet.
Yeah.
Dr. fucking Frankenstein is a horrible person to hang out with.
You know, they're just leaving all these good parts on the fucking streets right now.
Just leaving all these good parts on people.
They just leave them everywhere.
No, there is a solid chance Dr. Frankenstein's the reason we're in this mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't really so much of a molecular biologist, you know, microbiologist. Never mind. I don't think so.
Number 3, Aaron Sanchez, chef. For obvious reasons, he can make really yummy stuff.
I'm sorry, Kelly. It's pronounced Aaron Sanchez,
Oh, thank you.
not Aaron.
Aaron Sanchez.
Let me get one of them caramel apple empanadas.
Oh man, I miss the caramel apple empanada.
Yeah, that's true.
Number 2, Carol and Tuesday for music. Gotta have some entertainment. They make catchy music.
Like, is music a show
I don't
or
know.
like a
I
video
don't
game or
know.
something? Or are you just saying Carol and Tuesday of music?
That's what it says.
Music. So she's got Starlight for protection, and Totoro for cuddling, and Frankenstein because he's a doctor, and then Aaron Sanchez because he's a chef, and then Carol and Tuesday for music.
Yeah. But then number 1, Isabel, Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
So I don't know what these things mean.
Well, Animal Crossing is its own thing.
Yeah,
I
It's
do
like
point
its
out,
own
though, that-
genre of life.
But yeah, Isabel, she's a very helpful puppy. She'll probably volunteer to help clean and just make good company overall. And she's super cute and stylish. Is this important? Of course it is.
See,
Now, I
everybody-
do want to point out real quick that while Frankenstein was a fucking horrible pick, it is the first thing even remotely resembling a doctor on anyone's list.
Fair.
Excuse you, Lee? What about my
no,
number
no.
1?
No, you're right. You're right. You had the best doctor you could possibly have.
I
So
also
we had-
would like to point to Infectious Lasts.
Yep.
We had
and
the best possible doctor and the worst possible doctor.
I don't know. Kevorkian's not on anybody's list.
Kevorkian's misunderstood.
Tito writes in number 6, Jim Lee, because he's gonna just draw his ass off, and maybe he can have a sketchbook filled with his art. Number 5, Bert Kreischer, funny as fuck. He can cook and is a great drinking buddy. See, and I think Bert Kreischer would wear me the fuck out.
Yeah. Yep. It's the Chris Farley problem.
Yeah, he would wear me the hell out.
Did you hear that time about the Russians?
Number 4. So Bert Kreischer would wear you out, but Joe Rogan's gonna be chill and bring you home a deer.
Yeah, because Joe Rogan has chill. I don't think Bert Kreischer has
Oh.
chill. in him. I don't think so.
You know who has chill? Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah, because there's a difference chill between like drinkers and smokers.
Jim
Number
Gaffigan's
4,
gonna do the dishes once in a while.
Yeah, he is.
he'll definitely do the dishes. He'd be like, the stuff's just baked onto the pans.
Joe Rogan's not doing any dishes.
Probably not gonna do the dishes.
Joe
Joe
Rogan will
Rogan's
just-
like, I'm not washing those dishes. I brought home a squirrel yesterday.
Yeah, he'll throw the dishes out the window.
Number 4, Adina Menzel, because that's his next wife, so why not? Number 3, Masaharu Morimoto, the world famous sushi chef. I need my sushi, he says.
Oh man. I
Number
need some
2,
soup.
Bo Jackson, a great hunter and fisherman, all around outdoorsman, and I will whoop his ass at Tecmo Bowl using him.
You know,
Number
in
one.
I kind of auto-corrected that in my head, and I thought it said BoJack Horseman. I was like, why are you hanging out with him?
BoJack Horseman, the great hunter and fisherman.
And then number 1, The Rock. No one can help keep me motivated and focused. He can work out in his iron paradise, drink some of his tequila, and chill. The above. All right, guys, once you hit up Eric Magnus's list.
All right, Eric Magnus hitting us up in the Discord with a late entry on top 6. Number 6, Belladonna, because you know.
Old school.
Number
That's
5,
old school.
Number 5, Riley Reed, because reasons.
New
Those are the
school.
same reads as Belladonna.
Number
Yeah.
4, Jada Stevens, because that ass.
Oh my god, number 3.
Number 3, my half Japanese, half Russian ex who put desserts all over her body as a surprise for me in case I get hungry. Number 2, Ritsuko. You guys know why.
Look, seeing a theme.
And
The
number
funny thing is with number 2, when I saw Ritsuko, I thought of the panda from Agretzko, and I was like, what the fuck?
and number 1, Starfire. Honorable mention goes to Aubrey Kate, Power Girl, Phoenix Marie, Lisa Ann, Natalie Mars, Ella Hollywood. I'd be all day naming people, so I'll just stop.
Fantastic. A+ list, Eric Magnus.
Hey,
Take
everybody.
us home, Jose. You got.
I got the same guy Nice got. I put Seth Rogen
Nice.
because of almost the exact same reasons. Is The man came Pineapple Express, so
Yeah.
I'm
And-
pretty sure would be smoking.
And he makes his own like bongs too.
Yeah.
Like he's real crafty.
So I'm in, you crafty devil. You have won me over. So he made my list. Then I also too thought about somebody who could cook and somebody who would be cool to have around to cook and tell stories and learn wacky all kinds of shit. I went John Favreau
Good one.
for my cook.
Favreau and Seth Rogen actually compete with their smoked meats.
Yeah, see, so
all
we
right,
got a
all right.
little, a little who's who.
Yeah,
Little-
and Favreau's in it deep these days too.
And then I'm gonna put Michael Jordan
Thought about that one.
Okay.
because fucking just a legend, a living legend. The stories he has, and plus he is a huge obsessive competitor. Loves poker, loves staying up partying. So I'm sure we can.
You
end
guys
up-
don't play spades.
Oh, we're gonna play everything. Everything we're gonna play.
You're gonna lose your damn pants.
I might, but fuck it, it's gonna be a story. Then musically, I'm gonna go Trent Reznor because I'm pretty sure he can Skype some cool collaboration concerts, some cool hit.
Imagine sharing a bathroom with Trent Reznor though.
Well, I would assume we wouldn't have to share bathrooms, right? Like this is everyone. We're in the house.
You're in the
accommodating.
terrorist house. Kelly, how many bathrooms are in the terrorist house?
0.
I would assume.
How many-
At least 2.
How many holes in the floor does this terrorist house have?
You know what? They've never shown the bathrooms. I would assume there's 2. One for the boys, one for the girls.
Just 2.
I've never heard Jose sound more defeated.
Trent Reznor just waiting outside the bathroom door for Jose to finish shitting.
Just 2?
And then I'm gonna go Dave Chappelle.
Oh, that'd be going.
That's
That's a good
hilarious.
Chappelle could be in quarantine with any of the people from Yellow Springs that we know right now.
It's true.
Yeah.
You might have beat us there.
Solid.
So that's my oh. And then of course, since I didn't have him on my list at first, but I didn't know we were doing dead guys as well, but gotta go Bruce Lee. So
Oh, there you go.
I heard that as Bruce Willis, and I was like, did Bruce Willis fucking die?
oh, Jesus, no, but I'll tell you what. I was playing with this, don't fucking shave anything during this whole skenanza.
I'm sorry.
and-
What?
I don't know. But no, because I have a weird reverse mohawk going on where I have like a bald streak down the center of my head.
Oh my god.
A mohawk should be, so I'll be shaving in the morning. I look fucking bald. I look more bald with hair than I do bald.
That's what happens. Looking like
that's
Hawk
bullshit.
from Legion of Doom.
God damn, reverse hawk. It's fucking weird. It's so weird and it's so smooth. Like that hair ain't growing back.
That's awesome.
That's fine. That's fine because you're a nice bald guy.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
have your,
came to grips. And I was
Yeah.
like, let's do it.
you have your look.
You
That's
got
right.
exactly, and you wear well. You at this point, you look weird with hair.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
easy to
Yeah.
find you in a crowd.
Yeah, just look for the glow. So that's my 6. Not, I'm pretty sure I didn't make any of their list, but
Well, I think we can all agree that the winner of this is Michael Winslow.
That's awesome.
Michael Winslow, like, you're sitting at the table, somebody's over there trying to use the microwave, and Michael Winslow's making noises, and they're just like, what the fuck is it doing? Like, I didn't even push a button. What's it doing?
You're like, I didn't even put food in the microwave. What's going on?
You put your food in the microwave, you step away, and Michael Winslow makes the noise like it's over. And then you go back, and you're like, it's not, what? And then you step away, and he makes that noise again, and it's great. It's great. I wish Michael Winslow would just move in with me.
I bet he wishes he could move in with you, too.
Again, you think The Rock could get old in 3 hours? Oh, boy.
No, Michael Winslow, as mentioned, knows how to read the room.
Yeah. The man's a professional.
You gotta watch that Key and Peele Michael Winslow.
Like, The Rock is surrounded by people who kiss his ass all day long. Michael Winslow is not surrounded by people who kiss Michael Winslow's ass all day long.
Normally.
Yeah. There's a solid chance that Michael Winslow is bagging groceries.
He'd be so excited to see you, Mahoney.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Oh shit,
I know Mahoney once." Well, thanks for hanging out and doing this. Kind of a last minute thing, but it seemed like the right thing to do. It was fun. It was good.
You're very welcome, Lee.
Yeah. Anytime.
Thanks for coming on my podcast.
I wasn't talking to you guys.
Oh. Okay.
Not saying it's not special, but you're supposed to be here.
Oh yeah.
All right, what we doing next week? Do we know yet, or we'll deal with that later?
Yeah, we can figure it out.
We'll do that later. Okay.
Things
If you want to
change.
know what we're doing next week, fucking sign up for the Discord already. Great.
Michael Winslow, what's a duck sound like?
Quick.
Ah, there it is.
Top 6 Michael Winslow moments.
That's quacktastic.
Ridiculous. All right, let's start combos and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm quite keen on comic books, especially the ones about superheroes.
So, it's getting late. I gotta pee, so it's gonna be quick. But after he showed up in the last issue of Strike Force, and they kind of touched a base on what the hell was going on in his solo book, I caught up on the current run of Deadpool, and it's fucking funny, you guys.
It's actually pretty good.
It's pretty rad. I've not read a solo Deadpool book, I think maybe ever. But the bit being he's the king of Staten Island, which is like a refuge for monsters, is kind of hilarious. And it's Kelly Thompson, who quickly becoming one of my favorite writers. Everything she does is great. It's all been wonderful. This big crazy Chris Botticello art, it's kind of excellent. Like, it's a fun premise, and the gags are good, and the artwork is crazy kinetic like he does. Like, it's I don't know what else you want out of something like this. It's great.
Most importantly, Deadpool's hanging out with Jeff.
He's hanging out with Jeff. Goddamn right.
Love Jeff.
Hanging out with Jeff, and they did a great bit with Captain America's got a good guest spot in it. It's pretty fun. Like, it's just solid, man. I like it a lot. So I would recommend. And then last thing real quick is second issue of Plunge came out from DC's Joe Hill House imprint, and it's still kind of setting stuff up right now, so it's still in the early stages. But the Stuart Amonin art is kind of wild because, Dave Stewart is doing the colors, and I feel like he's done the colors for him forever.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a very established team, but it looks so much different. Like, it's great. Like, it's a really interesting look. It doesn't look like anything else he's ever done before. It's kind of wild. I would definitely recommend checking it out, and I kind of want to go back and catch up on the Basket Full of Heads.
Oh, that book's great.
Yeah, I need to check on that. Just based on how good this is, I kind of want to catch up.
Yeah, no, Basket Full of Heads has been great.
Cool. What you got, Kelly?
Not much, because it feels like it's been a month since I read these books. I'm just gonna go with Deceased Unkillables is really good and far better than DC's weird zombie book should ever be. Tom Taylor's killing it.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, because did you read Deceased?
I read the first issue and then I realized it was kind of like a weird, like, Elseworld thing, and that wasn't what I expected it to be.
Oh, okay.
I kind of bombed out, but it looks, fine.
Yeah, you should go back and pick it up. It's
Really?
great. Yeah,
All right.
it's tremendous. And this spin-off book, the spin-off is like, what were the villains doing while this was all going on? And it's just about them surviving on their own. But like this past issue was Jim Gordon, who's the like ninja that used to be Batgirl? I can't think of her name.
Cassie Kane.
Cassie Kane, thank you. Her and Red Hood just like hanging out with Deadshot and Bane and a bunch of other villains. But they're also in an orphanage helping all these kids.
Okay.
Because they've just like holed up in this orphanage and they can defend it easy enough, and they're training these kids how to fight.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Like I like that series a lot.
Sounds rad. Excellent. Anything else we're talking about?
Nah, not right now.
Word.
I'll probably have a bunch next week.
Word. Anything worth talking about, Nice?
The first half of that Chris Benoit Dark Side of the Ring was intense. Apparently they aired it tonight, so I don't know if Vice is going to put the other half up on YouTube, but I'm all in. I was blown away at everybody that they got to talk on camera about it. But I guess it was just a matter of, WWE has not mentioned his name since 2007. And there's so many people that were so close to the situation that are just like, I want to talk about this. Like, this happened. Let's talk. So, like, they got fucking Jericho. They got Chavo. They got Dean Malenko. They got Vicky Guerrero. JR's in there. And
oh, shit.
I was talking to someone that after watching the first part of that documentary, they went back and rewatched the Raw tribute episode. And they said there's a point where, like, halfway through the show, you can kind of see where people started to change how they were talking. And, like, a lot of the guys stopped talking about him as a person and just went with him as a wrestler. Like, the word started to kind of get out on what really happened.
Like, while the show was on?
Almost, yeah. But, like,
Ooh,
it was almost just, it was rumors at that point.
Wow.
I would highly recommend it, though, if that interests you. And then we watched fucking Tiger King, all 7 episodes on Netflix. It's the documentary about Joe Exotic, who I believe we've talked about on the show in the past, who is a zoo owner, loves big tigers and shit, and who was running for president in 2016. And it's all about all these fucking big cat people are weirdos, man.
They're such fucking weirdos.
And like so many people are interviewed in this thing, and they're like, the only reason I got tied up in this is so that I could fucking hang out with a tiger.
God.
Like, people are willing to do illegal shit just so that they could hold a tiger. Or fucking be a friend of a tiger.
That's how we get Corona started.
Oh, there are like, Joe Exotic is not the lone personality in this whole thing. Like, there are
like the third craziest person in the series.
Oh, there are so many trash people in this. So many different weirdo cat people. It starts stronger than it ends, but still, it is definitely worth your watch, especially in quarantine times. Come on, get yourself some Tiger King all up in your face. And then, because they're releasing first run movies on digital, we're doing our part to kind of make that be a regular thing once coronavirus is passed. So we dropped $20 on both Emma and The Hunt, and it was a good experience for both.
Nice.
Emma, not so much for me, because it's very Downtown Abbey, very Merchant Ivory. Not really my thing, but we were getting into it, and the wife picked it, and I was like, all right, if she picks Emma, then I at least have The Hunt, or maybe The Hunt and The Invisible Man coming to me. So we'll watch Emma first. The entire time I was watching Emma, I was trying to figure out which characters from Clueless everybody was. The Hunt is pretty wild though, and fucking what's her name from Glow has just this weird face the entire movie, like she's about to like throw up or like she has her mouth full of something. But man, she fucking whips ass in that movie, and she has some rockets on her, man. Just fucking warheads. Rockets. Rockets hanging off of her shoulders.
DEFCON 5.
She takes her shirt off at one point. Well, she was wearing a shirt underneath. But she takes her shirt off, and Mary goes, "What's up, tits?"
That's awesome.
But
I can see that one. I'm gonna watch that one. We ended up watching Toy Story 4 with the fam instead the other day, which is a solid decision. I don't think they would like The Hunt as much. Jax would have loved it.
Yeah. I was gonna say Jax would like it.
Yeah, he's like, we don't play tag no more. We play that. What I was gonna say the Benoit thing. Yeah, I haven't seen the second half yet, but that first half is chilling. And I got a lot
it doesn't
more.
end well.
Yeah. I got a lot more choked up during the Guerrero.
Yeah, yeah, because they go over the whole Eddie dying, and that really broke Benoit.
Yeah. So that was pretty emotional, but it was good. They got the people. And what is it? Is it because they're not all of them aren't under WWE contracts? They can finally
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
So
yeah, I don't think you can even say his name like at your house if you work for WWE.
Yeah, watch it if you haven't. Some crazy cheat, man.
Yeah, I just dropped the link for part 2. It's not the official part 2, but you can watch it.
Part 2 is a part 2. I haven't completely listened to that Gambino, or I don't even think it is Gambino. It's like all kinds of other people. I don't know what the fuck it is. That 31520.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's him, isn't it? It's him. I haven't listened at all, but
Yeah,
Well, one of the descriptions said something like a collection of other artists. I don't know. I gotta look into it more.
You're a collection.
Aw.
A collection of wonderful traits.
Hey.
Aww. What you got, Pony?
I don't have much. I've basically just been surviving. So
Stay
nothing's going
vigilant,
on
man.
here.
That's all we can ask of you.
That's right.
Survive.
Fucking so say we all, dog.
Get yourself some more double stuffed Nutter Butters just in case it gets dicey.
I'm gonna. Don't you worry.
Yeah. So, the rest of you out there, you also should probably keep on surviving. And we'll come back and we'll do this shit next week. Maybe we'll have some better news. Huh?
I mean, I'm gonna spend the next week in my house, so I'm probably gonna be great.
Oh shit! You know what came out today on the videos? Bloodshot.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even go to the movies anymore. They shut down AMC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
that
you know,
place
you
is gross though, so better off.
Yeah, I shouldn't be going to the movies, so it's fine. But if AMC were to never return, if it goes out of business or something during this pandemic, the last movie I will have seen is Onward. And that's I don't want Onward to be the last movie I see in theaters.
Oh, you didn't like that?
It was fine.
I'm excited for that to come to Disney Plus. I believe, what is it, next week it's supposed to drop?
Yeah, next week. I know multiple people who are buying it because you can buy it for $20, like rent it.
It's coming to Disney
I'm like-
Plus in like 9 days.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Is
the
it
fuck are
renting
you gonna
it or
pay
is it buying?
$20? Well, it's you pay 20, but you rent it.
For what, 30 days, I think it is?
2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, 48 hours. Yeah.
What? For
I'm like,
20?
what are you doing that for? In a week, you can watch it for free.
But also, trying to let them know that we want this being able to watch shit from home.
Yeah, but Not
Yeah.
for fucking Disney Plus stuff. Come on.
Right. Like, what I don't want is to pay you $20 for something I can watch on Disney Plus in a week. So I'm not going to support that model.
No, you're going to put Onward on. I can rent it for $20, and it's on Disney Plus in 6 months. Maybe I'll drop $20 and watch it now.
Right,
But if it's like
exactly.
in 2 weeks, nah, I can wait 2 more weeks.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what if you got 4
precisely.
kids and they love Onward, and you're just looking for a way to shut them up? $20 might be worth it.
Well, in that
Yeah,
case,
now
of
it's going
course.
to cost you 40 because you only get it for 48 hours. What happens when they want to watch it in 3 days?
Fucking order
Then
that
it
shit
is the
again.
Lego Ninjago movie, which is the exact situation going on
Well, how
in my
much
house.
to buy it?
I don't think you can buy it.
Yeah, you can't buy it. It's just
it's
renting
just
right
rent.
now.
So $20 a pop, or fucking wait 9 days.
They just need to go ahead and drop this New Mutants movie. Like,
Yeah,
let
they're
us see
just
it.
gonna-
Yeah.
It's gonna end up on Disney Plus.
Why would they not? Like, can
Yeah.
they not understand that the New Mutants movie is obviously not meant to come out in theaters?
Right.
Maybe they're afraid it's cursed and it'll destroy the whole service.
Like you fire up Hulu and it just fucking melts your face like the Nazi and Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't put it on
It
Disney
just
Plus.
happens every time. We can't get it not to.
All right. Well, I gotta go pee. So let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
Gotta go. So thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope one little chuckle to your day wherever you're listening to this, because it's probably not gonna be at work if I had to guess.
It was good to talk to you guys again. It felt like too
Yeah.
long.
Felt
We've
like
never
years.
spoken in 8 weeks.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
did feel like years.
Nuts.
And hopefully it's a nice change of pace if you're sitting at home listening to be like, oh, thank goodness the podcast is back.
Oh
Yeah,
man, I wish Michael Winslow was in my house.
Yeah.
I want to just throw 2 things out there. Imagine Lee desperately trying to get to the bathroom to pee, but the untitled goose honking and chasing his ass the whole way there. And then when he gets there, Michael Winslow is taking shit, and so he's just got to wait.
Or is he just making it sound like he's taking a
Sitting there
shit?
making shit sounds with his mouth. Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's
Alternate-
actually so good, he's throwing his voice from the attic. He's not even in the bathroom.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right. So
He said, "No, I gotta pee. Let's go."
we'll come back next week at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/PanelsOnPages. For Jason Nyes, Jose Guzman, Kelly Harris, and our good buddy Mahoney, I'm the Lord Reverend Leo Rodriguez. We'll talk to you guys next week. Night. Love ya. Bye-bye.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Fucking Google something.
Holy shit. You fucking Google ass bitch.
I didn't want to say it.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Why you keep bugging us, you two?
You fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it. Show's over. We're done.
See you next Tuesday.